is cash, can't see to learn my lesson. Niggas acting funny and that's why I keep a Western. Keep them on their toes, yeah, you gotta keep them guessing. Racing to the top, I can knock them in second. Whole lot of drip, yeah, you know I be out here flexing. When it comes to cash, no, I got time to invest in Louis.
We gonna run it back, we gonna run it back, we gonna run it back.
Might get married, then MJs, you know the price tag. Baby, see me doing good shit, want me in my life now. Riding with them killers, you can step into our lifestyle. Niggas pulling triggers, we gon' show the nigga lights out. Bitches fucking with us, they gon' come, they gon' go. Niggas flipping switches, they gon' fly, they gon' flow. Focus on the trigger, niggas won't put you in the flow. Messing with my guys who really got you smoked up. People say we wild cause they know that they can't hold us. On my brody stepping in, you know that we stay pulled up. Lot of people sleeping, so it's time that they done woke up. Running every day, so it's about time that I done blow up. Checking at you like that, but you ain't never gon' show us. I'ma come correct and you know that I'm gonna show up. Got 100 different flows, I think it's about time I go global. Now I got my hundreds in my pockets full of blue. Haters see me up and they ain't know what to do. Skirting off in foreigns, dripping down to the shoulder. Surrounded by your coat. Baby, I should stay swaying from my necklace. Drip at the door, that's how I be dressing. All I want is cash, can't see to learn my lesson. Niggas acting funny and that's why I keep a Western. Keep them on their toes, yeah, you gotta keep them guessing. Racing to the top, I can knock them in second. Whole lot of drip, yeah, you know I be out here flexing. When it comes to cash, no, I got time to invest in Louis to Gucci, from Fanny to Prada. Dripping too hard, yeah, my fit coasting commas. Too hard, yeah, my fit coasting commas. Can't fuck with no bitches, can't fuck with no drama. Just stay in your lane and just stack up your dollars. Cause niggas gon' hate, but when you leave, they gon' follow. If you want beef, all my niggas got hollow. So stay by yourself, cause you dead don't want problems. My niggas too close, they ain't touching the rocks. I've been flooding my pockets, but no, I can't stop you. Don't joke about money, I ain't fucking with the nonsense. My niggas gon' blow up, just trust in the process. Might get married, then MJs, you know the price tag. Baby, see me doing good shit.
And we out of dice and pop bottles with some lit dots. Shorty doing told me lick it, baby girl, I never kissed dots. Then she grabbed the 9, thought it was my dick, I told her bitch stop.
40 make the streets hot, trending with my G-Lock. Before you go outside, you heard the boom and his knees drop. Niggas say he hit him broad day, they like he hot. Now we in this busy throwing days in the G-Lock. Don't care if it's not you, don't care if you was blood or you was Crip or you was Pyro. And he had the nerve to question me like where they find you. The last thing I put my car. Rush up on the block, I show my face and do the touring. Free the trends, they know we do the scoring. If I catch him round the way, we gon' leave his mother morning. He was dead by 6 o'clock, but we still spinning to the morning. Birds in my rear view, how can I compare to? Ace in the cleaners for Lulu, bought the grams too. Started off with nickel bag, and now I got some grams too. Had the price jumping up in Cali, back to King Cool. Whipped it on the stove like I caught my first DV. I still come outside, all them niggas on PC. Heard his name ringing in the town, he won't beat me. Side his block for 3 days, we call that shit a 3P. Catch him at the church, we gon' hit him on a Sunday. No mask, bare face, praying I don't see the state. If they ain't grabbing us in a week, I know I beat the case, pussies.
Told me like, I'm saying like, told me gonna catch Alex, I'm gonna catch Alex, come outside, baby.
40 make the streets hot, trending with my G-Lock. Before you go outside, you heard the boom and his knees drop. Niggas say he hit him broad day, they like he hot. Now we in this busy throwing daddies in the G-spot.
Really get shot, nigga, act around, nigga. I'm saying like, shit ain't a joke, nigga, go pick your mans up, nigga. Bullet, we call it Inno, nigga. Smoking all big boys, bitch.
You want more? You giving them more? You giving them more? We gonna keep, like I said, we gonna keep it light. We gonna keep it light. Light skin assassins, the light skin assassins. Light skin assassins. You do.
Jones. Hey Gemini, what's poppin'? BX, what's up?
They call me Moody, Cause I'm a Gemini and I'm choosy. Made a cut, girl, my life is like a movie. I might show you love, but I'll never be a groupie. Just keep it real and you will never lose me. Beat the vibes, think I'm dumb, you try to use me. Play the game for the rings like 2, 3. I learned this, I let emotion confuse me. Life's bigger than the path you think you see. But I ain't looking for love, just wanna fuck now. Treat me like all this, just wanna bust down. You know the vibes, real life, we was something now. Had to turn it off, cause so many hoes calling. I be up trapping early in the morning. Hit a killing, no risk, so I'm all in. Double back, feel like Jimmy would be ballin'.
You know the vibes violate, then the bros gon' slide. Soon as them bitches see the car, then them hoes gon' slide. I got roses in the club and the rose outside. Shit, we ran up out the club when she chose my side. They be choosing now. When I was broke, I swear to God, they used to shoot me down. Now she gotta watch me in the coupe while my roof is down. Dior joggers got me dripping, running through the town. Little baby, I'm a problem. Was born in the Bronx, but they made me up in Harlem.
Power 105, you ain't got nothing on us.
Little baby, I'm a problem.
JT on his shit today.
40, I don't walk without you. Disrespect, we choke him out.
Tell him, man, he coming for you.
Them Beamer Benzes and Porsches.
For the whole Breakfast Club.
Ain't got nothing on us.
Fuck
Out, feeling like Jimmy the way a nigga be ballin' out. Still ballin', money stacked tall as Shaq now. Paying bouncers to get my gun in like fuck 'em back now. Same color as hash browns. Photoshop niggas be posing with fake backgrounds. But I'm official, like refs with 2 whistles. I'm married, my name all my exes that I curve, man, they still callin'. Feeling like Jamal Crawford, I'm still ballin'.
Been life way before I met Jimmy. Been a bad boy before I pulled a bad daddies. At this point, they should give me the keys to the city. Everybody fucking with me, but nobody fucking with me. Call me Moody, cause I'm a Gemini and I'm choosy. Made a cut, girl, my life is like a movie. I might show you love, but I'll never be a groupie. Just keep
There we go. That's how you nice transition fade out. Not like what
Gingy,
this guy
take
was
notes.
Gingy was doing just on Tuesday. Well, what up, man? Welcome to episode 70 of 40 Central Podcast. Wow, guys.
What's up?
70. What are you looking at?
I don't know. He's weird.
What are you doing, bro?
But I'm on a text message.
That was crazy.
That's wild. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's wild. But what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
It's
That's crazy. I don't want to look at your phone ever again.
We wasn't even looking at his phone. We just looked that way, and that was like some weird ass man boobs on your shit.
That's my thumb.
That was a black finger. First
You
of all.
fucking
First and
bugging.
foremost, hold on. I'm
No,
gonna show you
anyway,
right now.
what's up, Zay? How you doing, man? How was your week?
I'm good.
That's the
Y'all want
thumb.
to do shot o'clock?
Oh, let's do shot o'clock.
Before?
Yeah. Let's
Thumb,
do
Alright,
guys.
but before we do shot
Everybody.
o'clock, I want to
What you-
give a shout out to Fernie. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fernie.
Burn it.
Oh, Dorian's birthday's today too.
Happy birthday, Dory.
Yeah, Dorian still got me blocked.
I understand.
Happy birthday, Dorian.
But yeah,
You
my
blocked
my 2 days been regular. I ain't really do nothing. Work, had a day off, just had some time to myself, and I've been good. I ain't get caught in the rain today, so
Oh, that's good.
I'm lucky.
That shit was crazy. What's up, Kev? How was
It's
your
good.
week, man?
And it was actually a pretty productive week, man. I got to go to Long Island tomorrow. A few things about work and all that. Trying to push me up to go to like another
On the
level.
mic, bro.
Trying to push me up to go to another level at work. So, I mean, that's exciting. So, more things to come.
Nice.
That's good. I think we had a good Monday pod.
Yeah,
I think we had a funny Tuesday pod. I heard everybody watched that one, seeing Ernie's bad takes.
that's regular.
Nah, that shit
But
was
it's his birthday, so
hilarious.
it's his birthday, so no
Nah,
no slander,
He was funny that day.
no Fernie slander until 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's when you could go back?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, is he pulling up today?
you never know with him. You never know. Even when he says yes, you never know. So I'm gonna just leave it at that before I start slandering him.
Yeah, nah. Well, yesterday I slept all day, and today I'm here, man. I'm just ready to pod. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. Oh, yo, the guest is in the building. We gonna let him chill out for a little bit, and then we gonna get him in. But yeah, man, my week was regular. Like I don't know. We do this shit I feel like I'm in here every day.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so it's like it's like it's just a normal shit for me to just be here every day now.
Mhm.
You got to come in here more.
No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, 2 times a week, I'm good.
That's your contract out.
Yeah,
Obligations is done.
yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
Anything else is overtime.
And then we gotta get that shit in.
Ain't gonna lie, that sandwich was good earlier.
And
What you had?
Went to that
Mike,
deli.
bro.
I went to that deli across from McDonald's.
Oh yeah. Philip shit is fire.
That Philip shit is fire. Best sandwiches in the block.
Nah,
Yeah, that should beat the whole
nah.
block.
Green Apple got the best food.
Yeah, Green Apple shit fire.
That's only because we there.
Yeah, it's
Philip shit
24
fire
hours.
too though. Philip shit is fire.
Philip shit is the best.
Nah, Randall shit fire too.
Which one in Randall?
The one on Randall.
Yeah.
The one on the corner.
One in the corner?
Yeah, that's the only store in Randall.
Oh yeah. Forgot about them niggas.
They shit's fire. They steak and chicken.
Oh.
Fire.
Steak and chicken? I never had it.
Fire.
What's up, man?
What's up? It's Thursday.
Yeah, bring the energy. Bring the energy.
It's Thursday. That means it's time to pod. Let's go. I don't know what y'all was talking about. It kind of sounded interesting, but
No, it wasn't.
it wasn't. So all right. So I mean, I was trying
They
not
had
to
like
lie.
a little. They had a little banter about what spot has better sandwich.
I say they. You was a part of it.
I know, but I just said my piece and then y'all kept going.
I said my piece.
So he.
Well, it is Thursday. It is time to pod. We are the #1 podcast in New York City.
Let's go.
We are the hottest podcast in New York City.
Let's go.
And like I said, nobody's doing it like we're doing it. So if you all watching and rocking with us, please like and subscribe to this podcast right now so that way we can run it up. We got 6 people in. We're going to try to get it to 10. So while we got the 6, we should have 6 likes. Hopefully you subbed by now. If you're not, let's try to get some more subs. Let's run up these numbers. Because without the love, without the subs, we can't be #1. But you guys are going to help us be #1 because we got the best supporters in the world. With that being said, it's time to pod. How was everybody's week? Let's start.
You missed that.
Oh, yeah,
You missed that.
Missed that already, man.
Oh, so nobody was just going to ask me how my week was?
I was
Y'all did that on
Now
purpose?
we're up to you.
I don't think, but y'all started bantering about sandwiches. Nobody asked me about my week.
You wasn't here.
How's your week?
Thank you. I had a pretty good week. It's like a weird week because I'm like kind of on vacation, but not on vacation because I'm still finding work to do. But other than that, it's just trying to get up and find the personal grind. It's like, you know how like you get up and you're so used to doing your 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you're normally doing, and then now that that's gone, and now that that's gone, it's like, damn, I gotta figure out what I really want to do in my life. And now I'm just working on personal projects. So I'm gonna probably show a video today, something that I did last night, like just like some random free write shit that I did. I just recorded it and put it on the camera. But other than that, just doing personal shit, man. Like personal goals, book writing, free writing, podcast shit, nonprofit shit. Just whatever I could do that I want to make personal in my personal projects.
I just told Zay I feel like we in here every day.
It feels like we.
No, we.
I said y'all are. Y'all are.
This is like we in here every day.
Oh, it feels like we're in here every day. I thought you said it feels like weed in here every day.
Oh no.
Nah, I mean, but that's part of the grind though. Like, and that's
Yeah.
part of this, like the thing that most people don't see. Like they see like when we're on camera, but they don't see all the work that comes in before here. Having to manage a studio, with other people, having to keep up with equipment, having to learn different programs, having to learn how a camera works, having to learn how Pro Tools works, having to learn how the wiring works, having to learn how this software works that we're using right now to stream live. Like those are the things that people don't see. But if you were working towards something personal, you understand what that grind is like, because when you're doing something personal, you're learning a new field. So as you're learning a new field, you're learning about how all these different things work. You can relate to that. It doesn't even have to be a podcast. That's for any type of content creator or entrepreneur or just creator in general. And I think that's what this podcast is, at least for me. Like it's just a whole nother learning atmosphere. And I love it. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else.
Nah, shit's mad fun right now.
So I got a
having fun
question.
doing this shit.
So, do you call it vacation just when you're like out of work, or only if like you're actually on vacation? like leave the your.
If I'm in New York, I'm not on vacation.
Yeah, so you just like I'm off or I'm out.
Yeah, I'm just working
Staycation.
on. Yeah, I'm not even a staycation. I'm just
Yeah,
working on
just-
personal projects. 'Cause
yeah.
work don't stop. For me.
Like days off type shit.
Yeah, like when I was in PR, like I was on vacation because I tried my best not to be on my phone and not to be on my laptop.
But we was on it one time. Oh, we
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, the second,
Oh,
both
yeah,
times,
yeah.
both times. Like I was trying my best not to do anything work related. But even the first time we went out there, that was a work trip.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more so like, we had to go out there and get stuff done. And then we found time to do other stuff. But the second time it was like, that was a vacation because I'm not trying to deal with anything work related. But I mean, right now, like I said, like it's a weird space that I'm in right now because I'm just not, I don't have a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, it's like that weird time, like when you first stop school, it's like you have that routine for so long, and then it's like, boom, it cuts off, and it's like, fuck, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, like, I don't know what to do. Like, usually I'm in like 6th period right now. So that's kind of where I'm at.
So you never had like a summer off? Like
A summer off?
Yeah, because you always been in the
Nah.
right? So you always worked through the summer?
Yeah, from 12th grade. After 12th grade, I went to college. I didn't take summers off because I was on
you
campus.
In the center, and you was in the
Yeah,
center.
and I was in the center. After that, nah.
You
Not
a
like
grinder.
Yeah, I mean, we all grinders, man. I don't want to make it sound like that. We're all doing our own shit. Like, we all have responsibility. So it's like we're all on the grind. We're all trying to make shit better for just us, not only ourselves but for our families. But yes, to your point.
They're saying you're a workaholic.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. Kobe was a workaholic. Like, that's like, if I was to idolize a workaholic, that would be it. Like Kobe, Derek Jeter, Serena Williams,
The
like,
Rock.
The Rock, like
Kevin
those,
Hart.
like Kevin Hart, like those are like workaholics to me. Like, I'm not on that level.
Kevin.
Warren.
No.
Nah, Warren's definitely. I'm about to say alcoholic. A workaholic. A workaholic. Kev's a workaholic. I would say that too. Like, you got businesses outside of this. You got your job that you do downtown. Like, everybody's doing shit. But that's how I feel about it. To answer your question, Zay, about vacations and staycations and like, what do you consider them? All that type of stuff. But I mean, I kind of missed you guys. It feels like it's been a while. How did y'all survive the rain?
I was home.
So you was home the whole time?
I was home the whole time today.
You got
There
lucky.
was this day that I caught up on so much sleep. Then I had to like handle a few things at home, and then had to come here. So
Nobody got caught. Nobody got caught in the rain.
Nah, I didn't get caught.
No?
I just kept missing it.
Got lucky.
Yo,
Yo,
rain.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept missing it.
It
Like, I
started
got
to-
caught for like a second, but like it was nothing really.
Got lucky with
I
that
went to
one.
the store. I went to go get a sandwich, and it started to rain really bad. Shh. Then once I got to the store, it stopped raining. I made it home. It started raining really bad again. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's how my shit.
I'm good.
As soon as I got home, I'm waiting for Domino's, and it just started pouring.
How you feeling today, Jeff? You feeling better?
Repeat yourself?
God, what you having to say?
I saw all the videos from like the impact of the rain. Like,
Oh my God.
it was like, but first of all, anytime a subway gets flooded with rain, that's a problem. Do you know how much rain it takes for it to flood? Like, for the water level to rise? Like, just fathom that for a second. Like, how much rain from the sky would have to come down and hit the ground, not only hit the ground, but travel through the sewer system and then come up from under the subway, through the subway tunnels, into the steps. Like, that's a lot of water.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of water. And it was to the point where, like, it was unfathomable. I couldn't even, like, comprehend what the hell was going on. But one thing I did take away is that during natural disasters, the projects is one of the best places to be.
That's a fact.
And people don't give the projects the credit for that. Because those buildings are,
They can sustain everything, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they pretty strong.
You go through everything.
Like, the windows were solid. Like,
I
I
can
didn't,
survive an earthquake.
Huh?
Those buildings can survive an earthquake.
Bro, he
Probably,
called me. He's like, "Yo, yeah, you want to cancel because it's raining really bad." I'm like, "It's not even raining." He's like, "Nigga, look outside." I looked outside. It was like it's pouring. I ain't hear no wind. I ain't hear no rain. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. Yeah.
The other day was bad. What day was that? Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was in the Heights.
Oh, we was down here.
Nigga, that shit. It's like it felt like a little hurricane. Like you just standing there and then mad fucking dirt and like
Oh my
shit is
God.
just blowing past you, hitting. That shit was disgusting.
We was in here. We heard it. Boom, boom. Then when we got out, it wasn't like that bad.
It was like quick though. It wasn't like a long hurricane to say.
We still in it though. I think.
Yeah. Or what was it? Elsa?
Elsa. Yeah.
Fuck Elsa.
She didn't come with ice this time. She got rain.
Fuck Elsa.
Let's transition to the first topic, man.
Let's go.
Let's just get into it. We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this.
Oh my God.
If you haven't heard it, this is called Vax That Thing Up.
Huh? Juvenile's bugging for this one. Manny Fresh? Bugging.
Nah, this is crazy.
I want to know how much they paid him for.
They definitely got
Paid him for this. Y'all was reading the comments.
No hold their
And
head.
shit. I know you can't stand it. No holding hand shit.
All right.
Hold on.
Can I just play it one more time?
Yeah,
Just keep it. Let it play.
Let the whole thing play?
Let that part play.
Hey, Manny.
Start
If y'all don't hear him, he's saying vax that thing up.
Get your vaccines, your Moderna, your Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson.
But did you see the girl with the plastic on her face and the mask?
Right there. How many of them in his videos actually vaccinated?
Pretty sure.
That's a great question. See how the vax caught in her hand. Yo. Oh.
What?
Nah. If you want to go smash some dude named Scott.
Yo, they gotta be bugging for this one, man.
Oh my God.
Scott.
Oh my God. Kev, what do you think about this, Kev?
What do I think? I want to know how much they paid them for this. And what are the reasons why you couldn't get a Wheezy feature for this one?
Oh, shit. Yo, if Lil Wayne would have got on this, bro. All right, Zay.
What would have been Lil Wayne's verse?
You think Nelly would get on this?
Nelly's not an original, so no. We good.
All right, Zay. I need you to defend why this was a good idea.
I don't think it was. That's some down south shit.
I feel like this is why this I don't want to say it's selling out, but if you want to talk about, I can't even say it. If
that shit is crazy.
It's bigger than crazy because it's like they really just gave these two guys.
They made a vaccination dance.
A dance, a video, a song. Like that money could have went to actually teaching people what the fucking vaccine is.
A vaccination dance.
Instead, they just.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
You know how to do it?
Nah.
I'll take a shot if you do it.
Oh.
Do it, Kev.
I'm up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Here we
take
go.
A shot if you do it.
Here we
I don't
go.
know how to do the dance though.
Oh,
go ahead.
shit.
I don't know how to do the dance.
Vaccination.
Hey,
No, I
hey.
know how to do it. I would have did it.
Look, I said right there. I said right there.
All right, take a look at it.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, you got to throw the vaccine
You
cards.
got to throw the vaccine cards at people. You gonna do the dance?
You see the dance.
It's not on there. That's
I'm not gonna lie. First of all, the song is catchy. I'll give it that. The song is catchy.
Because Back That Ass Up was catchy.
It was. So they did it right for as far as that goes. But overall, I just feel like it's a bad way to try to convince people to get a vaccine. Like if you somebody that heard this song and you got the vaccine because of this song.
Oh,
I feel like it don't even make sense. Like
what?
I take it. To like the like thinking about the original song and like even though they changed like some lyrics, it's still
you still back that ass.
Yeah, like more, it's still like more towards like sex rather than anything about the vaccine.
It has nothing to do with the vaccine.
Yeah, like,
they're basically
like if you wanna fuck Scott, get the vaccine. Like,
basically saying you can't get any pussy unless you're vaccinated.
What he said?
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying in the song. You can't get cheeks if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I feel like they use that all wrong. It's a disgusting move.
I know you can't stand it. There's no holding hand shit.
But who are we to say that this is a bad move when they did it for the money? Clear. I'm assuming this is for the money. I don't think they did this for free.
Clearly.
So if they did this for the money, who are we to say that's a bad decision?
No, it's a good decision.
I just want to know why they chose Juvenile.
Because
the song
he had the song that go with it.
Yeah.
Could have been any other song. They could have chose Chris Brown.
What Chris Brown song would you put that put Vax in it?
Vax in the morning? Nah.
Vax, nah.
Nah, I don't know.
Vax that ass up is actually like gonna be real catchy.
That's a hashtag.
Vax that thing up.
Vax that what is it? Vax that thing up. It's
Yeah,
really
vax
vax
that
that
thing
ass up.
And who's BLK?
And why Manny Fresh never aged?
Great question. Him and Pharrell have like
Pharrell neither. And why Morgan Freeman was never young.
Oh yeah, that's true too. I never seen like a.
They showed him like when he was like a younger actor.
He looked
old.
Like he looked old, not as old as now, but
he was old.
As well.
He was in his 40s or something.
Like yeah, he looked like he just always.
Nah,
been
but
old.
Morgan Freeman's like damn
Like
near
100.
90.
Yeah, nah, Morgan Freeman's he's
That
a
nigga's
vet.
immortal. Shout out
He's
to
a
Morgan
vet.
Freeman.
Yeah, let's give Morgan Freeman a round of applause. I'm stuttering today.
Right?
That's the Morgan.
You think they needed the money?
Who? Needed? See,
I think
so
Juvenile needed the money. I think Juvenile needed the money.
He always needed the money. Like
yeah.
I don't think so.
They
I
probably
think it's
accepted
just
the money.
like easy check. It's like, why not? You want us to recreate a video we did 20 years ago and just switch a couple of words around? Yeah, why not? Like,
I know you can't stand it. There's no holding hands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this really didn't require a lot of creation.
Let's go,
like,
Phoenix, Suns and 4.
Oh,
My
man.
fault.
Now what happened?
Suns and 4.
I mean, give the whole story. Like,
Nothing.
when
Oh, he
order-
says Phoenix is rocking. They losing though. I don't get it.
Yeah, what he it's the end of the first and they down 3.
They probably just made a comeback.
Mm.
But
Never mind, Bucks up 3 at the end of the first.
Come on, my nigga. Stop
Yo.
false advertising.
yeah, I didn't like this overall. But if I am on the other side to say that this is a good idea, if you want to get through to certain people, they don't care about what's on CNN. They don't care about what's on CBS, NBC, ABC, TMZ, any of the 3-letter alphabet channels. They don't care about none of that. This may be what gets to them. And this may be what possibly gets through to the kids. Like, I could see TikToks of this.
Yeah.
Like, easily seeing people
Yeah.
at the vaccination sites
Vax
doing
that
a little
thing up.
boomerang, vax that thing up with the needle going in and out of their body like that. I could see that.
I don't think urban youth is that easy to get through like that. I don't think it's that easy.
Have you
For
seen
other
this
shit,
stuff? Are you
other,
on TikTok?
for other shit, but not for that. Not for that.
You're probably right about that.
'Cause
I don't
they-
see-
Urban youth don't fucking
When did
fuck
this
with
come out?
juvenile.
When did this
Like-
come out?
This came out
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Who fuck with juvenile? Fucking old people.
He got
True.
over 1.5 million views already.
All right, that's
Because that
just
shit was
views, though.
funny.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that's- who go? I just want to know who's the person that's gonna go to the scene, the site, and say, "I want to get my I want to get vaxxed up because of juvenile."
I don't
But
think
you don't
that's
gotta
gonna
tell
take
them the
I'm
that.
just
reason.
saying, like,
You don't gotta say the reason.
I want to get vaxxed because of juvenile.
But you don't gotta say the reason
What if,
you doing
what
it.
if, I'm one of the people who really got vaxxed because of this song.
They know they did it, or they tell their friends like I did it because I saw that song.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna go to the site like, yeah, I want that vax, I want that juvenile shit. Like,
How do y'all feel that that the Biden administration is pushing to knock on people's doors
what?
to tell you to get vaccinated?
They've been doing that,
No, but this is a thing that they're pushing now as a law.
so you could still say no, nigga.
No, but they're pushing it on people.
How did we get here?
This is we talking about vaccinations.
Why you always gotta go political?
This is vaccination. Vaccinations is political.
All right, transition.
But they've
my
been
bad.
doing that though. They came to my crib too.
You came to your crib?
Yeah,
Never
they
came
went
to
through
mine.
They went through all the things. Just try to get like all the old folks and everybody, whoever was in your house, if they was old and shit like that, they came to get them vaccinated. But they've been doing that. What's the difference? You just say no if you don't fucking want the vaccine.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, but door-to-door salesmen, they should come
So
to
they
your
tie
door,
you down.
and then you just don't want the fucking vacuum they selling. Just, no, I don't want it.
So they tie you down.
I think they fuck out of here.
All right.
So they tie you down.
Everybody says that till the government come to your door.
That's how it starts.
Should get real.
So you think that they're gonna?
I don't think that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying, if it do go down, don't be surprised. I mean, because there was a point in time, like during the height of the pandemic, where there were like rumblings of them making concentration camps. Like that was like a legit thing. I don't know if there was truth to it, but I know those like rumors were out there.
No, it was passing. It was sent to Congress, but it's been pending in Congress the whole time. But they want to make concentration camps for people that are not vaccinated.
But with this, does this help or hurt people getting vaccinated?
I think it could still help somebody.
No, I mean it's gonna help.
It's gonna hit somebody.
It's gonna help. It's gonna get a couple thousand vaccinated off of that song.
Does this play in the party?
No,
Fuck no.
Yes.
I think this plays in the
This
culture
plays in the
party.
club.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
this does.
No, it
This
doesn't.
plays in the
No, it doesn't.
club.
No.
Yes,
I
it does.
think so.
Guaranteed.
If you have
guarantee it
if you
does.
have a party where it's for
You know,
people who are
I can see that.
unvaccinated,
I can see that being.
it's gonna hit.
Not in the club though.
I can see that shit.
Like
In
a
the
real
club.
club.
I can see-
with real
I can see
music,
them-
though. In
I
like
can-
a house party or
They
something.
don't have to
Nah,
play
I
the
can
whole
see it.
song. They could
Nah,
just play the vax.
I can see a corny DJ playing
Playing
that
that
shit in the
song.
club
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it can happen.
yes, easily. They play like
because you know we have some clubs that they mandate to show a vaccine card, so those clubs will play the song.
That's what I'm saying. In that setting, I think this song could work, but still vax that thing up.
they still back that ass up. Once they hear the beat, and then they're gonna play the beat, and then they're gonna hear the vax that ass up, and then they're gonna change it real fast.
And then to bounce back to Zay's point about this not getting through to the youth, I think I disagree with that. Like this song is one of those songs that's like everybody knows. Like if you in college right now and you hear that don't, you already looking like, yo, which girl I'm dating? Like you already know what time it is.
Trying
So
to back that ass up.
I
on
don't
me.
know. I don't know. It's a lot of like younger people, and they have no idea about songs that like we heard growing up and shit.
But I think
artists.
this one, like there are certain songs from our era that the kids just know, and I think this would be one.
But if
of them.
they've never been to a party, they would never know this song.
I'm thinking teenagers and like 15 and up, like between like 15 and like 22, I think they know what this song is.
Some do. I'll say some,
And,
not all.
and
but-
also, you also got to think about down south know this song.
yeah, but I'm just talking about.
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
parents,
because
too.
of the parents.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but down south they know this song.
That
Kids
too.
down south know this song.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, still down south people know this song. So
But that's not everybody. I'm saying it's not like
if
global.
you go to London
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, they
Nah,
play
I mean
Back That Ass Up.
back that ass up was
And-
playing in clubs still to today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And all
in
they
the
got to
clubs. But we talk about kids 15 to 22 would know because they could get into a club. Certain kids can't get into a club. How they gonna hear it?
18 can, and then 18 will pass it down to the 15.
That
But-
does
so
not
then when
happen.
you say
That doesn't
kids,
happen.
what do you?
I'm talking about like
little kids.
like
You think
middle
18
school.
year old shit
I'm
with
talking
15?
about like
12.
middle school to early high
Yeah.
school.
All right, like so, like that would be
No, I'm
like
talking about the TikTok kids that are making shit on TikTok and the influence.
Oh,
influencers
TikTok
and
will
all
be
that
a
shit.
big thing because
They're
that
gonna
that
make
will
this
get on
shit big.
TikTok. That will be on TikTok. That's a fact.
And then if they just give you an incentive to go get vaccinated, people gonna do that shit.
so do.
But you adding shit to it. It's just a song. Don't add a.
No, I
if
just
they
think, I
make
think
it,
the
it-
song is still gonna get people to go in to get vaccinated, no matter what.
Okay.
It don't got to be 1 million. It could be 100, but it's gonna bring people in.
That's a fact.
I
That's
don't know.
true.
You don't think not one person went because of this song?
I don't think somebody heard this song and said
I'm gone.
they're right. Aha. I don't get that from this song.
You giving them way too much credit.
Give me who credit?
People. They hear the song and they be like, "Oh shit, Juvenile got vax. I'm gonna get vax."
No,
He didn't say he got vaxxed.
I'm just saying.
Nah, that I don't think
I'm just
that's all
saying.
be
If
the
you
reason.
He didn't even
assuming
say
that
he got
he's getting
vaxxed.
I know he didn't say that, but you assuming, right? Because everybody in there has no mask on. They all vaccinated, right? Which you
Shorty had
probably
the
don't
mask
look-
on.
I know one had the mask on because she wasn't fully vaxxed.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be the record to make somebody want to get vaccinated. And then even Zay's point, like
Zion,
people
what
would
up?
know the song, but they don't know who the artist is. Like they don't know Juvenile and Manny Fresh, but they recognize the song. But I don't think it's enough to be like, you know what? He was right about the vaccine. Like I don't
not
think
that
that's
impact.
it. Yeah. I think this is a song you play while people are getting vaccinated to make it more of like a lightened mood.
Like a little party.
Yeah, like you lighten the mood by playing this. So like if I'm at the site and they playing this, I'm like, oh, okay, we all getting vaxxed. You end up bopping and talking to somebody who's sitting next to you. Oh, you get which one you getting? You getting the Moderna? Then I mean, and it becomes a group of 4. Then the group of 4 turns to a group of 8, and then now everybody's just chilling, just getting vaxxed popped in their arms, and then it's a more comfortable situation.
Y'all want to meet at the house later?
Yeah, and then boom, it turns to a vaccine party. So it's like I can see that happening before somebody sitting at the crib. Because this shit came on when I was watching YouTube on my TV. This came on.
No, it didn't.
I swear to God, I hit the.
Yeah, it was an ad. It was an ad.
It was an ad. It came on. That's how
why
I first heard it.
That's why I saw it.
And then so now some kids are gonna see it like that. I don't think that's gonna make them want to go and get vaccinated, and adults either. So I think by now your mind is pretty much made up too. Like this came out too late.
Yeah.
I think if it came out like while people were still like on the fence before like they administered like 1 million or something doses, it might have had an effect. But now,
before outside open.
Yeah, like now people already know if they're gonna get it or they're not. Their minds already made up. If you're not getting it by now, you're probably never gonna get it. If you haven't gotten it by now and you're interested in getting it, you're probably just waiting for the opportunity.
Just go get vaxxed that ass up. That's it. Vic, what up?
Yeah, vax it up. All right, y'all ready to transition?
Let's go.
All right, let's see. We got oh, you mentioned before we even get to anything here, you mentioned Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
So he says something along the lines of he is like trying to have more children or something.
He's having babies on purpose.
On purpose. So now when I said
let's go.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait for we get my man.
Oh, you gonna bring? You want his take?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the take.
Oh,
Bring the
okay.
take on.
Ooh, okay.
But
he's trying to populate the world.
As he should, if he is who I think he is. It actually makes sense. So with that being said, he's actually right on schedule.
You heard about the it's like it's a foreign dude. He died and he had mad kids.
Like what's mad kids?
Like 100.
I think I heard of that.
He had 100 kids?
He had like 100 kids.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I think he was like
This nigga
Indian
goes
or,
to country.
or something. It was like one of those.
How many wives he had?
One of those countries. He had mad wives, mad kids,
He probably paid
mad
no,
grandkids.
no child support.
He just died like recently.
Yo, imagine if he had all that child support though.
Yeah,
him.
him.
Ziana Chana, head of the world's largest family, dies in India's Mizoram state.
It was in India?
Yeah. A 76-year-old man believed to be the head of the world's largest family has died in India's Mizoram state. Ziana Chana, the head of the religious sect that practiced polygamy, died on Sunday, leaving behind 38 wives, 89 children, and 36 grandchildren. The news was confirmed by Mizoram's chief minister, I don't want to say the name wrong, who offered his condolences on Twitter with a heavy heart. Chana reportedly suffered from diabetes and hypertension.
All this crazy shit's always in India.
89 kids. That's too much.
Yo.
Damn, look.
I mean, some of them little kids. Some of them little kids is his. Like some of them little ones.
That look like the picture we took at PS72.
Yeah, the IS-32 shit, right?
They took that shit from over top. That's what that shit looked like.
89 kids.
Some of them little kids is definitely his.
First of all, there's kids out there that don't even know that he's their father. So that's 89 accounted for.
Yeah.
Like, if you got 89 accounted children.
Nah, he probably don't have no more than that because he just would have made them their wife.
But what if they want to?
38 wives.
First, you think he's telling all these wives the truth?
He has no choice but to.
What you mean?
Nah, I think he got to have.
I'm not trying to hold
Yeah, shout out to him though.
Yeah,
right, but
shout out to him.
Somewhere else don't mean he made that somewhere else his wife.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of them somewhere else nights and they just out there.
So I'm saying he got to have a mistress.
I don't even know how. Mistress
89
has 30
kids
wives.
accounted.
Yeah, married. Like, these are the wives that he married. So anything outside of that is a mistress.
Yeah.
So he got to have a mistress.
Clearly he likes sex, so it's not like out the box.
How old was he?
76. Or 70, yeah, 76.
So what age he started?
You got more kids
That's a good
than
question.
your age. That's crazy.
Huh?
He has more kids than his age.
That nigga's the
At
real
least
MVP.
one of his kids is like 50.
And no child support?
Ooh.
At least one of his kids is 50.
Yeah.
Like,
that means he's seen some things.
yeah.
He got some. I wish we'd have had him on the pod.
Some story. He got some
He'd have had
stories.
some stories, boy. We might have to reach out to one of his kids.
Warren would have liked him.
Yeah, we got to reach out to one of his kids. We got to get him on the
Warren
like,
probably tried to debate him.
Now, Warren would have asked him how you do it.
Yes. But I think you can only do something like this. You can't do this in America.
Nah.
It'll cost you way too much money.
Yeah.
Trying to have 3 kids in America, like niggas be like, oh,
I'm done.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
I said that shit.
that child support be hitting, boy.
You gotta go to Utah and become a Mormon.
I wonder if he's like has money or something.
I guess so. He gotta have some. But at this point, like
He has
by
a
the time you
sect.
get to your 12th kid, they helping you supporting everybody else.
Yeah. They
Like-
getting jobs and shit.
like
At least
that's
20
crazy.
at least 20 of his kids gotta be like doctors and shit. Like
20.
like it's just family wealth.
Yeah. If you were able to do this in another country, would you do it?
Yes.
Nah, that's too much.
No child support?
No child.
89
Yes,
kids.
sir.
I'm not remembering names. I'm just like, yo,
One.
I don't know if you my kid or my grandkid. Like you just one of them.
How do you spend time with all these people?
You don't.
You
You don't.
There's
There's
no
no way.
way.
Yeah, there's no way.
You gotta have, that means first of all that they all not from the same town. So you probably got some kids on one side of the country.
He could populate a whole town.
You can't even see all your wives in a month. Like,
Can't
Like,
even give them
it's-
all one day.
yeah, like, shit is crazy.
That's wild.
This man, he's a saint, man. Rest in peace, man.
That's the real MVP.
The real MVP.
Word.
Foreman said 38 wives. Yes. 89 kids. Hell no.
He
Fuck
was
you doing with 38 wives then? If you ain't getting them pregnant,
That's what they go
That's-
for.
what you doing with them? You're not gonna see all of them.
Okay.
But I mean, at this point, it's polygamy. So it's like it's. I don't think marriage for this is the same thing as marriage in America.
Yeah.
Like marriage at this point is like, yo, like, do you just want to join my tribe?
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, yeah, like I don't know, but maybe he helped a lot of these women get out of like messed up situations by bringing them into the family
and then impregnating them.
and then getting them pregnant. Now, not only are you locked in on paper, but now we have children together. So,
Yeah.
and if he got the bread, he might have saved a lot of
I
these
want to know
people.
what's his youngest child.
Got to be one of them little
You
ones
think
in the
so? You
front.
think he was-
Gotta be.
So one of these little kids right here was probably his last.
Is his youngest. Like one of them.
Damn.
How do you explain this to everybody?
One of your grandkids is older than your son or your daughter.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. It's a lot going on.
Well, rest in peace to that man. He is he's a good man.
70. He got a grandkid that's like 30. So he definitely got a kid that's like 4.
Yeah, you got to. Man. I don't know. I don't
Would you
know.
do it?
Would I do it? No. I don't think I have the patience for all that. I would only do it if I'm able to be like, I gotta have like that. I'm gonna need a real vacation. Like I gotta be secluded from everybody for like a good.
You think he had a
month and half.
vacation?
Absolutely not. Not if he stood in that country.
You bugging. I think he had a vacation. I think he did whatever the fuck he wanted.
No, I don't think.
Hell yeah.
Well, he
He's
died
like,
from
I'm
diabetes. Diabetes.
Yeah.
And he was eating that.
What was
keto
his
and shit,
career?
probably. He
Let me see. if
he
I
was
can
a
find it.
religious sect leader.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. That's what it said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That Chana's condition deteriorated at home in his village. He was admitted to a hospital on Sunday evening where he was declared dead on arrival. It's hard to say if he was indeed the head of the world's largest family since there are others who claim that title. So there are other people. So this is like a competition almost. It's also hard to estimate the exact size of the family. At least one report claims he had 39 wives, 94 children, and 33 grandchildren, and one great-grandchild, which adds up to 181 people.
He had enough people on flight 828.
Yeah.
He could have took up 828 himself.
Mm-hmm.
While various
Damn.
local news reports.
Imagine he would take a family trip.
No.
No.
He got to book the whole.
Oh,
Nah, I'm
one
not
at a
doing that.
time.
There's
And
no
one
fam-
trip at damn.
Yo,
Nah, he had bread.
the family lives in a 100-room mansion, which is now a
Yeah.
tourist attraction.
Nah, he had money.
It's a tourist attraction. Where they went?
I don't know.
The family just left.
It said the enormous family lives together in a 4-storied house called Chuar Dan Run, or Generation House, with 100 rooms. His wives share a dormitory near China's private bedroom, according to the local media.
Oh, so he saw his wives every day.
He lived with all these people.
He ain't fuck with all of them every day.
But he saw them.
He
every
saw
day.
all of them.
Yeah.
He lived with all these people.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's a project building.
You think he's seen all of them every day? No.
Yes.
Nah.
They live in the same.
And you don't see people in your building every day.
Yeah, but it's not I got to go to somebody's house. I could just go to somebody's room.
And it's 100 rooms. You're not knocking on every door every day.
According to the agency,
who cooked for them?
He was born. That's a good question. He was born in 1945.
The wives.
He met his oldest wife, who was 3 years older than him, when he was 17.
This man is.
Let me see. The family belongs to a Christian sect, China Pal, that has about 2,000 followers. They all live around China's house. And so this guy was like the king of the town. Pretty much.
He's like that turtle. Remember, you know that turtle that everything's about to get extinct, and then that one turtle like fucked like all the turtles.
What?
Yeah,
I guess.
And he had like 100 turtles pregnant.
Is that like a real story? Or
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
The turtle.
I didn't know that neither.
That's him. He's the turtle.
No, that's a god.
No, he's not.
He's a god. He's a god.
The turtle.
Is he
saved turtles? Don't
No,
compare him to the turtle that saved turtles.
Yeah, the turtle that saved turtles.
Don't compare him. He didn't save. I mean, he saved
China,
people, but he didn't save.
What?
He's not even from China.
Where
He's from India.
He's Chinese.
He's Indian.
You could have said he's from Asia.
His name is Chana, I think. Yeah, Chana. Zayana Chana. That's his name.
Try to just make him Chinese, like.
He looked Chinese.
All right, y'all ready? We about to get ready for our guest.
Racist, yo.
We about to get ready for our guest, because we got a lot to talk about, and we got a really good guest for today.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna find some music to play while we get everything set up. I'm not playing Backs That Ass Up.
Backs that ass up.
Absolutely not. We're never playing that on this podcast again. They got their 30 seconds of fame.
Sun's up 1. Let's go.
Woo! While everybody's here, please like,
subscribe,
like, send it to people. Let's subscribe, please.
You know my vibe. Back when I first copped the 38, I was feeling like Pop. Gotta whisper when we conversating, cause these niggas be cops. Niggas ain't active, really be capping, doing a lot. Doing too much. I aim at your drop and then let it flock, then you see him drop. Skirt off in the drop. I take my chance with a rapper, put 3 in his top. I'm not alarmed cause I got a bone, I get cold with a stock. Baby, this money is real and I'm counting, this shit ain't no prop. Had to bring outside till outside really open up. Make some money for you, try to make a comment cause you really don't know enough. Trap line really blowing up. Got you niggas money slowing up. Designer shit got me glowing up. It's A, y'all, I can fold it up. First young nigga in the hood, 2 bricks. Running up 80K started from Knicks. Coke boy, be on the way to some ups. We violate him, he's not one of us. Slid in the hoop, he came back in the truck. She gave me head, we never fucked. She made a shot and she said it was clutch. Only one time, so I said it was love.
Before I go broke like Calvin, I'ma run into the plug like I'm Ace. Hit you, then go through the race to chase your dreams, so I did it at Chase. I'ma touch down at that bank. I'm doing well, way more than Fargo. I cannot give you no credit, you did it. I know I won't see you tomorrow. Hit your bitch, she gon' do what I say so. I'm spinning your block, I'm with Fazo. Please do not step on these Fazos. Sit you close enough, you know that's a case closed. You know my niggas is trend setting. I look the 40, I'm bench pressing. Marry my pot in my whip game. I cook the rocket look so precious. I made a meal of the stove top. I'ma put on for the whole block. Little bro always on defense. Pass from the hammer, said work on your jump shot. Don't pull up if you ain't hit no ops. I heard they spinning again. Fuck around and got dizzy. Hopped out and you know that they missed me. Back to 40 out the fanny. Be cautious cause I never move risky. Always gotta be shifty. She eat it so she knows she can't kiss me. I'ma keep counting these bands up. All these blues keep cripping my hands up. I know you niggas can stand us. Pull an 8 and you get hit out of the lamp truck. Fuck as you niggas is doing. You ain't shooting, you responding with music. Bro killing all the ops, he rolling up. Yo, this shit is canoeing. I'm in the trap, that's 7 days. I'm in the field, I'm calling plays. I'm getting money, I'm stuck in my ways. Yeah, nigga, we paid. You know what I jack, and that's till it made. I know the ops is all on my page, and after my S is double M. Yeah, nigga, we blaze. And after the 4, you know it's the O. Other than that, you know it's the 8. And we gonna grind until we find God. Yeah, nigga, that's gang. Fuck going on, nigga? 30 and flirty, we hooped out.
Yo.
That's right.
Oh, you know what? My bag is
That bitch been on my dick so long, I thought I hit. I sent 2 shots at a nigga, no cap, I thought I missed. No cap. She like, why you ain't call me bad, little baby? I thought I did. Don't get too heavy, you see the Chanel.
You can hear us?
Don't get too heavy.
Ginger, you're doing horrible with the updates. Sun's up 7. Let's go. Up 8. Let's go.
I'm not surprised you giving all the info to your honor. Yeah, facts. I got a bad temper, but some head'll make a nigga calmer. Yeah. I said it before, don't make me say it again.
And everybody has a bad
Now
game.
you turn the bench.
This is sweet. Suns in 4.
We could be friends. But why on the ops? It's late night and Truman to go on a mission. Scout. We gonna go out and get him. They say I'm ODing, but I gotta make sure he finish.
That rain is not Uber weather.
I Louis my duffel, I'm cupping the people in our powder.
Where you coming from?
She wanna fuck me, I really know nothing about her. Squad with bully the bin, stuffing it right in the locker. Stupid nigga try to run down, are you dumb? You know we don't laugh, you dumb. Scary nigga started cupping the plea, he should've got hit in his back. 40 gang got the money for bells, nothing to carry the strut. My last bitch tried to send me to jail, so I had to marry the man. Fuck what you talking about, nigga? You know they never on none, All of my ops athletic, my shooters be keeping them running. I tell her to pull up, she pull up his nothing, I knew she was coming. And she wanna play with the kids, so a young nigga pushing the buttons. I'm off this. She think I'm riding a panda. I'm in the Urus. I heard you was giving out answers. Nigga, you better be cautious. I walk out of Louis, I'm dancing. You know I do this shit often. And I move around with the hammer, so we know he lying if he say he for us. I don't gotta wait for the transfer. I got my pockets in very good order. She got me hitting on camera. Put her on live, yeah, I got a recorder. These bitches be thinking I'm scamming. They wanna know how a young nigga bought it. I gotta throw in a tantrum. Heard I was fucking her friend. She lost it. I'm not a type, cause she like I'm broke. The last nigga said it all. I'm cemented in the middle like
4.
trees, but
Suns in 4. Shout out to Fernie, because he said Bucks.
Got them drinking for they dead homies. They don't got enough liquor to blow. That bitch been on my dick so long, I thought I hit. I sent 2 shots at a nigga, no cap, I thought I missed. No cap. Like, why you ain't call me bad, little baby? I thought I did. Don't get too hype, you see the Chanel, it's for my kid. Don't get too hype. I said I'ma do it, that's not a threat, nigga, that's a promise. Stupid nigga, he was never good with all the commas. I'm not surprised you giving all the info to your honor. Yeah, facts. I got a bad temper, but some head'll make a nigga calmer.
Go.
All right.
It's good.
Y'all ready, man? Let's go.
Yeah.
We back. That was a quick break. We getting better with our transitions, man.
Yeah, but it is shot o'clock. You're not doing shots with us, right, fellas?
Nah. We chilling.
Everybody put your drinks in the air. Let's drink this shit. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Fernie.
Happy birthday, Ross.
That's strong.
Oh shit! You going straight to the bag?
I mean, I might as well do it now. I'm gonna probably try to make it dramatic, but since y'all invited me and
Hot sauce?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Hey.
I mean, you can call it that
To all you whack guests. To all you whack guests. We gotta put this up in the front and center.
Appreciate it.
I need to crack that right now.
Oh, yeah. Let me get some cups for everybody.
You ain't feel how cool.
We're gonna crack it right now. Let me get cups for everybody.
Yeah, we gonna get right.
I got my cup right here. It's good.
I got my cup right here.
As soon as he get cups, we gonna get started. We're gonna have a good time, man. This is gonna be a phenomenal interview. Happy to have you. Wow. Yeah, I'll take a cup. And then so to get started, to the right of me, I actually met this gentleman right here at work. I think it was that we were doing helping with like a food drive or something like that. Yeah, it was a food drive. We were at the school and like he was out there, you know, in uniform and helping families get packages of food and helping them get stuff to their car and answering questions and just being a force for the community. And I've been there for 3 years. This is my first time meeting them, and for somebody to just jump right in so quickly and get acclimated so quickly and for the families to know like this gentleman right here I could count on, for the school to know that this is somebody I can count on, for his teammates to know that this is somebody that they can count on. I just knew that this is somebody who was special, and I think he has a story to tell, and I'm really honored and to have this man right here to my right. This is somebody who has served and protected our country to make sure our land was safe from tyranny. This is somebody who has been a staple since he's been a part of the community and the neighborhood over at the school. Without further ado, I'm gonna give it up for Brandon. Make some noise, man. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate your service, brother. Appreciate your
Shout
service.
out. Thank you, fam.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing meeting this man right here. No, you good. Cool. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, it's been a blessing. Like, so just to start off, me personally, I joined the military when I was 26. Now I'm from the Bronx originally. So if you know 184th and T-Bout,
Okay.
that's where I was raised, right by Fordham Road.
My man's live over there right now too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he may or may not know, man.
No,
You
I
know-
mean he just moved there.
Oh, you just moved
Yeah,
there?
he just moved there.
He's a
Okay,
newbie.
yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
newbie.
Oh yeah, nah. T-Bout is much better now than it was back in the day. So I joined up pretty much because I was married at the time, actually.
Mm.
And before we went to the army, we got married, you know, because we wanted to stay together. Long story short, that didn't work out, but she did bless me with a beautiful son.
Congratulations.
That's a whole
Round of
blessing.
applause for
Right.
your son.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
But which one are we opening first?
Well,
One of the yellow
one on
ones.
the left is like a pineapple-y type.
Yeah, let's go for the yellow one first.
And the red is that fruit punch, like
Okay.
old school.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Pineapple?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Kev pick. Kev pick.
Appreciate you.
I wanted to see the taste test. I should have said
What you need?
I have my homegirl.
We're gonna.
Yeah,
I gotta
Kev
shake
ready
this
for
up or
that
anything?
shit. Look, Kev
Yeah,
ready.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Kev
Okay.
is ready.
Shake
Oh,
it
let me
up.
hook you up
Relax.
to the hot spot.
Kev ready.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
I need to get a cup, man.
Y'all ain't get the cups yet?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna ask you after you cut a question, if I remember.
You wanna ask me?
Go ahead, go.
Or you want me to ask you now and then later too?
Yeah.
Let's get this open
That's
first.
both.
That's
then.
open. I just
Yeah, let's get it open.
That's now then.
Let's pour up.
You want to drive me home later?
That's funny.
And the spot dropped you off last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciate you.
Oh,
I like this. I like this. How much?
Yeah,
So like you
JT
sell
light, we love it.
So what is this?
People sell that.
Hold on.
So what is
we
this
ain't even get to
exactly?
try. I ain't get to try.
It's rum punch.
rum punch?
Rum punch.
It's
like a moonshine?
2015.
I don't know. This shit is good though.
It's just a old, like every West Indian, like
Cheers.
especially family from Jamaica, right? So I was born here, but my homegirl Carrie Ann, she makes it for you, and you know what I mean, hook you up, let you know.
Shout out to Carrie Ann. Round of applause. This is an amazing drink. I might put this down.
We got a little kick in it.
Got some spice
Woo!
into
It's
it.
little
like just a
spicy,
little
yeah.
bit. Like I don't know. I
Some
like
cayenne
spicy.
pepper in that shit.
Tell you
You're
that.
not gonna say it.
Made my nose itchy.
Not gonna lie, I like it. I don't know if I can drink it though. I don't like hot shit.
It's hot too bad.
This shit hot.
I
She
definitely got some
got
pepper in that
Hot
shit.
You got some
Definitely
heat.
got some pepper in that
Hot
shit.
shit.
I'm going down now, baby.
I'm telling you, it'll get you right after a while. You won't even feel like that. It's just because you just hit it. You've been drinking that weak Modelo, you know? That pistole, you know what I mean?
Heard you.
Oh, he coming in here
Saying
getting on
baby
our
shit.
beers.
Baby shit.
Yeah. First of all, before we start, I don't know if they said it already. I wasn't here, so but thank you for your service.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. 14 years
Absolutely.
strong, 6 more years, retired. get that nice.
How many
retirement.
years?
I've been in for 14 years. I got
14
6 more
years?
years left. Yeah.
You served any tours?
Yeah, I was deployed. Last time I deployed was 2009.
That's
Oh,
fine.
2000. Yeah, 2008. We got back in 2000. That's when deployments was about 12 months. And yeah,
Did you
it
go in
was-
Iraq?
Yeah, it was Iraq. It was cool. We didn't lose anybody, which was cool. Had some ID nonsense, but
My best friend served in Iraq and told me some crazy fucking stories. That
yeah, it's there. I
Yeah.
mean,
served
I'm a
3
medic.
tours in there.
If I didn't, I'm a medic in the army, so.
All right, listen, and something you can't say. Don't,
No,
don't-
Yeah, no, certain things you can't talk about. Yeah.
I say this much, like, ever, and I'll tie it into, especially being where I'm from, right? Although I joined late, to me, I say I joined late, right? A lot of people join, especially from the South, they join at the age of 18, right? Which is, to me, is probably one of the smartest things to do, because you can still get your education, you have a trade, whatever the case may be, especially you pick a job that's technical.
Mhm.
Once you're done, you could transition. So, but I joined at 26, right? So I was just tired of New York, right? I was partying, I was doing all types of stuff. I just wanted to settle down. I told you I was married at the time. So I had a child on the way, and we was already down south. And I was just like, I can't just be no stay-at-home dad. I gotta do something. Now she was in, but I wanted to be in too, and it just brought more money to the team.
Mhm.
And never looked back since. Like every now and then I was like, man, should I come out? But when when you do that temperature check and you see what's going on in the world, you're like, man, this is too cool. This is too easy. So, but the job I picked, being a medic, is, and I've always wanted to do something to help. I have I don't know, maybe I got it from my mother. She was a nurse's aide. She worked at Jacoby Hospital over here. And but the main reason I tied into it is now when I was 14, my uncle got shot. He got murdered. He used to be dope deal, all that stuff, right? So he got shot, murdered in front of my building, and I seen it. And I remember I went into shock. It took me a while to kind of get out of that space, but I went into shock so much so that I went back to sleep, right? Because I knew I couldn't do anything about it. So as I went back to sleep, that whole day I was in school, just a walking zombie. You know what I mean? It was even so much so, it was so bad that the police was going to each knock and trying to find out if he had any relation to anybody. And I saw the police, and I just walked past them because I didn't want to deal with it. So something said, nah, you got to say something. So I went back up the stairs, say, yo, go to my apartment and somebody will help you. I ain't telling them it was my apartment. I just said 6J, they'll know that I used to be in my apartment. They'll know who he is. And when I came home, I purposely bought my friends because I just didn't want to.
You want to be alone.
I ain't want to be, you know what I mean? It's just funny how the mind works.
Keep your mind off of it.
So I brought my friends, and then I came to the house, and everybody was at it. Everybody in the building was trying to come by and say condolences. Everybody knew him, right? And you know how it is. Usually, it's never like the commercials used to play back in the day. If you grew up in the 80s, you'd be like, the drug pushers. They had the wolf face and hey, son, unit. It wasn't like that. You just cats just did what they felt. That's the only thing they had to do. So when I got home that day, and my people's with me, we just chilling, playing video games. I'm really trying to act like ain't nothing wrong. I'm really like, so my mother come in. She was like, this is her brother now. She's like, you see what happened when you dip on the shit, she Jamaican. So you see what happened when you on the street? I lost it. I flipped. You think I want to hear that shit? This is me talking to my mother, right? Yeah, for real. It was crazy in front of my friends. Like,
how old was you?
14.
14. I was like, yeah. Yep. This was December, my freshman year in high school. And I was like, just blew up on her. And just like, she shut the door. And then I felt so bad for my friends. They was just like, with the dumbfounded face. And I was like, yeah, just. And so I guess they started to realize what was going on. Maybe I told them what was going on, but maybe I didn't really when you were a kid, you don't know to really express yourself. This is why I'm so big on mentorship and stuff like that, because that emotional intelligence, a lot of us don't really understand it till we way into our 30s, because we don't really have people kind of shepherding us. So I know I probably told him, but I was like, man, you know, I didn't really know how to understand it. So ever since then, you know, kind of went through a little bit of change, kind of really just focused on playing sports and wanting to be that trick, try to put it out of my head. But I'd always go back to like any time, and my homegirl who made it, she always knew. She calls me the Good Samaritan. She was like, you're always trying to help people in some crazy situation. So that's why I chose being a medic. I've always wanted to be like, yo, you know, I have a bigger stature. You know, I could have went like infantry or something crazy, but I wanted to be the guy that's gonna help. Sure, keep it. To help bring somebody home. You know what I mean? So that has always been my baseline for. So I love the medical field. It's always the body, anatomy, physiology, biology has always been something that I like. But I've always wanted to be the one that take the pressure. Nah, I got it. I'll patch you up. I got you.
Yeah.
And I knew I'll never be in that moment of shock again, no matter what's going on. So that's the main reason why I chose that job. Now the job has took me all around the world and met all types of people. I've been, like I said, deployed. I was stationed in Texas, Louisiana, Korea, Europe, Germany. That was probably the best time I've ever had being in Germany.
Word. Ask you that.
Man, so it's the complete antithesis.
Hey, don't run through the whole question list.
Word, we got a job to do.
Don't run through the whole question.
I'm sorry about dropping something heavy, but you know, I just want
That's all good.
let y'all know where I come from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Represent, yo. Bronx has been the home, and every now and then I still just drive by and see what's going on. By, you know, just to, you don't ever want to forget where you come from, no matter what. And it's been a blessing to come back here and just be like, wow, I'm doing something totally different. Right? So I'm a recruiter now, and you know, you try to mentor the kids, but I think I found my niche where I don't even like. I do my job and I tell people at the Army, but my main thing is like just trying to drop some gems. You know, I talk to these young cats. I was like, yo, what you gonna do? And then they give me their story, and I'm like, sounds good, but what about this? Who's helping you with that? Who do you have? You know, and because I feel like talking to myself and some of my other compatriots growing up, especially the ones who never really got a chance to leave T-Bout. Smart, you know, you hear it all the time. Some of the smartest people in the hood, they just get caught up in some nonsense. You know what I mean? And can never once you get that one felony, it's some crazy.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. It's a cycle. So it's the way the system set up. So I try my best to try to import that.
Not gonna lie, this little spice that's in this shit.
Spice.
This is lips is like
That's spicy.
a little spicy.
I love it.
It's good though.
It's good.
It's not like it's
JT, you Jamaican?
Did it wear off for
In my
you?
heart.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm about
Nah,
to
but
take
I'ma
another
drink the
sip,
rest of
but
this shit.
Should make him,
I like
making my nose
that's
itchy.
you Jamaican, so that should be regular to you.
No, it is. I like it.
Yeah, my thing.
My nose is itchy.
Let's start from the beginning then, right? So 14 that happened, right? What made you want to pick the Army off that rather than like one in the streets?
So I always been around it. That was like my favorite uncle. You know what I mean? So my father, he left when I was in second grade. And the only male figures I had in my life is my uncle, who was dope dealing, my brother, hard working dude. And he was more on just that steady stuff, I mean, and he was learning as he was growing up too, you know what I mean? Because he has about 10 years on me. And my uncle, like, that was he always took care of me, always was looking out for me. And he would be the one pretty much that kept me off the street, really, real talk. Like, he kept me off. He like, yo, get out of here. You know what I mean? And it'd be crazy because it was like, I was like his only friend. He would come up and like just be stressing, like just come like, yo, I just need to relax. Sometimes he'll break down in front of me. This is a grown man, like running the block.
Grown men cry, everybody.
I'm telling you, grown man, like leaning on me.
And
Solid.
you were like 12, 11 at that
Yeah,
time?
I was like 10, 11,
Yeah,
12.
well,
Like
let's say, 'cause if
he
he
did
died
it
when he was
two
14.
times I remember specifically. That last time was probably I was like, I think I was 14 because he got shot in December. Yeah, I think I was 4. It was like in the summertime. I remember that last time he was hurt. You know what I mean? Now we sometimes, I think sometimes we have that affinity for our loved ones, but he was wrong. Like he was wrong. The stuff he was doing was wrong. At the end of the day, it was wrong. Sometimes they don't have a choice, but it was wrong. And it took me a long time to kind of see like that's real essence of karma. You know what I mean? That real, because although I love him, I would all the stuff that I know he probably did and didn't tell me. That's karma for you. You know what I mean? That will come back, and he never had a son that he could talk to, and the only one that really can remember his legacy is me. So I'll live it, but I'll take what it is that he kind of discipline. It's crazy, right? As you get older, you're trying to figure out. But he was, even though he was selling the drugs, he was disciplined. He was doing that. He was up early, go to bed late, do what he got to do. That's to have been doing it as long as he had, and not getting shot or locked up all the time. That takes a certain level of discipline. So I know I probably got some of that discipline from him as well. So it's crazy. It's crazy when I look back on it and try to use what I went through and talk to these young cats.
So being that happened to you at such a young age, and you said that he was like the figure, one of the male figures in your life, like how, if you ever did, fill that void?
I don't think that void gets filled without constant thought process. You can't really replace something. You just kind of learn and grow from it. Life don't owe you nothing. Right? You get this or you get that. You don't have that. You don't have. You know what I mean? So I think for me, it was just more about trying to be independent. If you ask my boys, like one of my friends would tell me, like, you never come to the group. You always do what your own thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but for the most part, I've always had a good instinct about things, and anytime I deviated from my gut, I paid the piper on it. So, somehow I was able to it's gotten me to a good point in my life, but I'm sure there's probably missed opportunities and things that if I had more mentorship growing up, would have been able to kind of get through, maneuver more easily,
And when you was describing like what your uncle was doing, you said he had a choice and you used air quotes. What was the reason for you using the air quotes?
I use the air quotes because sometimes we make excuses, right? We justify certain things, you know what I mean? But the reality is the way the system's set up, like I said, once you get that felony, it's almost like a rap for you. It's probably a little better nowadays, but in the 80s and 90s, it was a rap. Now, when I say choice, he didn't have to do that. He go somewhere and work at probably a certain job that he don't like, but he probably would have been alive today. You know what I mean? It may not have been the money that he was getting, but
he'd be alive.
You know what I mean? So we all have a choice. Life is about trade-offs and compromises. So that's why I use the air quotes. That's it.
So before we get into the next question, they want to know where they could get the rum punch. You never plug that.
Man, I'm about to get some more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. This shit's spicy.
You can hit up, so
tell them where to go to hit that shit. Tell them where to go.
Yo, let me see. Yo, tell them to send the.
Tell them to
send the DM. He said send the DM.
If she has like an Instagram,
put his Instagram. Put his Instagram.
She should be watching.
Carrie Ann, if you're watching,
if you're watching,
go on and plug it something, yo.
Yes. We're gonna get her to plug it. Everybody who wants to know. We are gonna get her to plug it. We're gonna text her, tell her to plug it.
Because if she puts it in the comments, we can post it and everybody who's watching can see.
Yeah,
so that'll be good. Because we definitely want to get the word out. Because this punch is definitely good.
Y'all niggas dogging this shit. Y'all dogging this shit.
I want cayenne pepper, pineapple.
Yo, let me tell you, I used to be stationed at West Point, and a going away party at their crib back in like 2015. I was going to Korea, and we just decided to have a big old party for us. Man, I tell you, you had all this military drive an hour down, right? And it was crazy. And when they tasted that rum punch, they didn't want to leave. We had to have people spend the night. That's how it was. Like, It was crazy.
That's crazy.
This little small area, like little gated community, just full of cars. Like everybody was like, "Yo, what's the recipe? Show me how to make it." Nope. Not telling you.
Listen, lucky I ain't drive today. So
People still hit me up like 6 years later, like, "Oh, doing another party? What you gonna do? Remember this? Remember that time?" He loves the rum punch all the time, you know. So Carrie Ann has been, she pretty much became like my unofficial family, just sister all the way through. Shout out to Carrie Ann. Shout out to Kurt. K&K.
We're gonna try to figure it out.
Yeah, Kurt and Carrie Ann, you know. Kurt's the husband, another dope dude, you know, take some mentorship from him too. I see how he does things.
He cooks.
I love the way. Hell yeah.
I knew it. I felt it. I just felt it. I feel like
I don't want to put Carrie Ann on blast, but
but I feel like he.
Is that the name of the restaurant?
I feel like he make it ill oxtail.
yo, like anything Jamaican food, he got a lot. Oxtail, my mother kill everybody.
I love oxtails.
That's the best.
Which is kind of messed up because
You should have brought some for us, man.
I went. My mother, she in Florida now. I went plant-based, so I don't even mess with it.
You traded? You traded up the
Used to have the sauce.
Trading the oxtail for a flower.
Yup, I did it. Yo, I mean, all right.
Don't let us judge you.
No, go down the line. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
33.
How old are you?
32.
31.
29.
29? Oh, you think I am?
40.
I already put it out there, right?
Yeah.
40.
The math, yeah. So
You said you was in for 14 years. You got in at 26.
Yep.
Justin, you did good because I didn't think you could count.
No, I just realized that
great.
we're from oldest to youngest, and then he got this too.
Yep. And I messed it up. So at 40, trust me, even though I started like a couple years ago doing plant-based, I always like, I need to start watching what I eat. I got injured really bad in Korea. Like the way my ankle got messed up, I couldn't walk I couldn't run for 8 months.
You stepped on a bomb?
Damn, nigga.
Yeah, you just jumped the gun.
If I stepped on
I don't know. You probably have like a metal
You
foot.
can't step on a ball and get an ankle sprain, nigga.
He probably has a
This ain't Call of Duty, nigga.
Yo, my soldiers would be like, yo, like Stromberg got a bionic.
Nigga think you gonna respawn.
Yeah, right now, there's no respawn. The mans can't come up to you like, no, I was in pain and I was upset. I couldn't run and I love to work out. I couldn't run for 8 months. And I was just so frustrated. And then just doing a research on, everybody probably know about like Dr. CB and, stuff like that. When you start listening to talk, you're like, man, about the inflammation. Now, me personally, I tell you, yo, eat what you want. Just be careful how you eat and what you eat. You know what I mean? I'm not this big, like, don't eat meat, save the cows type of person. On some survival stuff in the woods, if I got to eat a rabbit or something like that.
Yeah, that shit.
Eat rabbit.
It's a rat, you know what I mean? But the inflammation in your body, it gets magnified with meat. And just because the way my ankle was set up, it'll always be swollen. So once I changed my diet, it started coming down.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then I started getting better, and then I started running more, and then I dropped probably 20, 30 pounds.
So how long you been plant-based?
Like for real plant-based, like I want to say about 2 years. I was doing it for a while. So I would do plant-based, and then I would have a cheat day. Because I felt like I needed that big juicy burger or something like that.
Yep.
Right. So I would have my cheat day, and then one day I just like, I don't want the burger.
Mhm.
So
This is Ed. This is
what's going on, sir? How you doing?
The bus driver.
I would have believed it too. He gave me bus driver vibes. All you need was a
Little badge. Need a little badge.
If you work for MTA, you know you're fucking with your badge right here, right?
You want to try? No, he don't drink.
Oh, no, you don't. But I don't think that I heard the answer. So when did you like want to start being in the Navy? When did that?
Oh,
when did you- yeah.
Oh, my bad. When did I want? It's something
I mean, I
that.
said Navy, the Army. So.
Oh yeah, it's something that has always been with me. I wanted to do something like I wanted to, like the advertising we were just talking about. That those things would get you, but I think there's something innate in like all men that if you have like this warrior mentality that you want to do certain things, it kind of speaks to you to, kind of be able to be a protector and stuff like that. So it has always been in my mind. When I was 18, I actually went to the Marine office over on the concourse by Fordham Road. But I ain't like the way they was talking. Like they was like trying to hype me up, like we don't really like that. You trying to gas me. So it's always been in the back of my head, and it just after seeing for myself, being outside, seeing what the military is like as a civilian, I was like, yo, this is easy. Like they out here just chilling, and they just like us, like probably some terrible people. You got some ratchet cats in the Army.
Allegedly.
Nah, I be seeing them.
No,
on
he said not allegedly.
I'm just.
Nah, I don't care what I'll tell the truth right now. Like, we honor, right? Honor, you want to have loyalty at like you want to be this beacon, right? That's the goal to aspire to, but we all human beings.
Yeah.
Like I think some people don't realize that, like we have our issues in the Army, of course. In any branch, we have our issues. Is that we have, I guess, more of a sense of family in that workspace. You know what I mean? You go to some jobs, it's just a job. You don't.
Yeah.
There's no. But the Army, we promote like being there. Matter of fact, I recruited this one. His name is right now is Private Khalil Brown. His mother just hit me up. He just graduated from basic training.
Wow, let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah. He's 18 still, about to be 19. And his mother hit me up and let me know what's going on. And I'm always maintain that relationship. Like, you don't really get that at other jobs. You know what I mean? Like, if once you're gone, you're gone. Hey, they check for you. Like, hey, happy birthday on Facebook. But, like, you know what I mean? But to actually, like, reach out and have the family reach out, and I love that. I'm going to always maintain that relationship because I help that person get in, help that man get in. And to me, it's my responsibility now. I just can't leave him out to dry. Yeah. So me wanting to join the Army has always been in the back of my head just to make sure I answer your question. But it was really, real talk, it was the pressure of knowing that I have a son coming around and I ain't want to be on. I just didn't want to be that stay-at-home dad. I was like, nah, I'm not built like that. I need to be doing something. So yeah, I think it's the best decision I made.
Why is it so hard to recruit young black boys from the hood to join the military? I know in school they teach them, get a job, either get a job or go to college or get a trade, but they never mention the military as an option. Like, why do you think that is?
Because anybody that leaves New York, and I'm one of them, never come back when you join the military. So you don't know what it does for you, right? New York is about that. Sometimes we hustle backwards. We want to do 2-3 jobs or whatever and think we holding it down. You know what I mean? We love the access that New York has to offer, right? And sometimes it's kind of like an illusion. Meanwhile, those who do join, they'll go to like Georgia, Texas, somewhere like that. Typical house in the Bronx, probably about $600,000 to $800,000, right? You can get one 2 family houses.
Yeah, that shit, man.
Around like something ridiculous, right? Maybe a little less, 400.
He's the real estate agent of the family.
Three, depending on the area, right? What's the cheapest you could get, like a 2-family house?
2 family?
Yeah.
Like
8, right? See, that 2-family, that 8-7 will have you a whole ranch style mansion in Georgia, Texas, so on and so forth. So people they buy their homes on there, they start their families, you know what I mean? And they don't really come back. So people in the hood don't really see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The benefits of being able to go away and travel, they only see the craziness that they see on TV or in the movies, like, guys going to get last
Yeah.
leg gone and stuff like that. I'm like, yo.
Oh, like you, right?
You know, it was so dumb the way that my injury happened. I was
jumped off the tank.
No, I was walking. This is just work. I do ruck. We call it ruck march. So you got like 50 pounds on your back and you just walk. Now this is me. I was getting ready to actually do what we call special forces selection. So I was getting ready to do that, and so there's mad holes in friggin' Korea. I didn't react in time. I just stepped right into it, and it just like rolled from one side to the other. I had more than 50 pounds on my back, and it rolled to the other. Right? And then it was messed up, and then I had the nerve to play some football, and then it messed it up again. And then
you ain't let it fully heal.
Nah, and then it was just the whole. It was an ordeal. So, but yeah, like people see those crazy stories and be like, man, like I told you, my young recruit, his job is going to be human resource. So he's going to be an admin person, right? He's going to learn how to use a weapon and stuff like that. But if he was to deploy, this is his job, right? That's crazy.
And those are the things that people don't see about the military. That is so much more than just going to war, and carrying firearms.
He also has to
like
get
that.
a good score on his test to get that job.
Actually, no.
For not that job?
Yeah, for that job, you don't have to be like some super, technical. It's not a real crazy job. It's like entry level position.
Oh.
What's cool about the Army is like it's based on a rank system, not by technical. Now, there's pluses and minuses to every job, right? Like if you're a mechanic, right, which you got to have some type of aptitude towards being a mechanic. You may have longer hours just because you got to fix something, right? That just depends on the what day it is. Same as him, he may have longer hours, but at least it'd be inside, working on that. Sometimes they got to be outside too, but it's like it just really depends. If you really like doing what you do, you'll do it. I know people that love working on vehicles, like those mechanics. They don't care. They sweating and stuff like that. And they love doing it. Male, female. I've seen some of the. I know a couple of good female mechanics. Like I'd rather them mess with my vehicle because they're so meticulous. You know what I mean? So there's so much to it, and I think too, like Cats in the Hood. I don't know. It's I really just they don't have the information. I think if they knew that you're not like going to jail or something like that, you know what I mean? Like it's a 9-to-5 job. Like after basic training, no one is like trying to pick you up and throw you and like stomp on you in basic training. No one is like, they may talk to you assertive, but they're not trying to like degrade your mom or they're not trying to make you.
Should not major pain.
Hey, do this fucking push-up.
Should not major pain.
Like right. Somebody putting their boot on your back, like that's not what basic training is about. Basic training is getting out of your own comfort zone, like making you feel uncomfortable, so you know what it is to kind of like understand how to work as a team when you're uncomfortable, right? And that's what it's about. It's taking somebody from Alabama, Korea, Ghana, Florida, Bronx, making them work together because all those people wasn't raised the same way, right? And so you got to have a baseline of respect, and that's more of the challenge rather than trying to get somebody. Basic training is not to make you run 20 miles. That's not what it's for. Learn the rank structure, give structure is the best thing I can do.
Do you know anybody that works in laundry service?
My ex-wife did.
Yeah.
That's like the most easiest job to get.
Laundry service.
Yeah.
No, I was asking, do you know anybody that works in laundry service? Because that's like the easiest job you can get when you get deployed.
There's laundry service and water purifier specialist.
Water purifier specialist?
What do you got?
That sounds good on a resume, though.
That sounds like you know some shit. I don't even know if they still got that job, but if you were a water purifier specialist, I'm not coming at
put the
your
water
name.
in the Brita?
Huh? I don't know what they do. I
don't know what they do.
I just,
they do water be good.
I just know just have my water when I need it. That's all I need.
I want to ask, and I want you and Kev to this is Kevin, have a little back and forth about this. Like, how much does politics play in your role in the military? Like, for example, we just had like a wild 2020 election. Like, how much does that play into like your role when you're either deployed or you're active? Like, the commander in chief.
One of the things about being military is, and you try your best. All our leadership tries. You try to leave that out. See, the way we look at it, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but those things are volatile, right? I think Dave Chappelle had a joke when he's talking to his right friend, and then his right friend is like talking about having sex or something like that, and then Dave Chappelle tried to bring up politics. Like, no, I don't want that. You can't bring that type of stuff up. So yeah, back to screwing my wife. Like, it's everybody knows it's a volatile issue, especially in these last couple of years. But we know that that's not for us, because when we deploy, it's not about. I be real talk. It's not about country. It's about protecting the person to your left and your right. You know what I mean? I always say it's not so much for love of country as love of countrymen. Because if there was no people here, the United States wouldn't be a thing, right? We're all made up of all types of people. I've been blessed to be all around the world, right? See us in all shapes and forms, and it's been a blessing. And like I said, I've always had that, like, I want to take care of you type of spirit. I don't care what color you are, or creed, or whatever the case may be. And the energy usually match energy. I've never really, I've probably could say I probably felt some type of like, nah, you got an issue with black people, but as long as I'm very like, I'll correct somebody in a heartbeat. So
you're like about like 6'3". Right?
But that I don't really. That might be why I never really.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
220 muscle, man. What is
but there's 6'6" niggas out there.
Yeah, but that's why we got guns. But nah, I'm all about. I'm loving that. But I've had some of my best leadership. Actually, one of my first sergeants. When I was in Louisiana, white dude took care of me. They still check up on me, stuff like that. Say, so, and he's as country as it is, So we don't really. It's interesting. It's like we kind of like bubble. Problem is when you kind of like feed into the advertising of the politics. Politics is not even the politics; it's the advertising of the politics. Like they say stuff to kind of get you go. You know what I mean? They always want to make things more volatile, and it's not even what they say. It's like, did you see how did they cross the street? They're like, what are you saying? So me personally, it hasn't really affected me in my face, but I know it's a thing. You know what I mean? So, but those who know, we don't got time. I'm sure there's some people that.
I thought personally that politics played about a major part in the military because there's a lot of things that happen because of the politics. You know what I'm saying? So
it depends on what you mean. Now, politics in terms of engaging with another country.
Yeah,
that's always going to be a thing. The big thing you got to understand that everybody knows that we have the best fighting force in the world.
100%. Say that again,
goddamn. 100%.
Knows we have the best.
We have the strongest military in the world.
Strongest. People would say stuff about this country,
China,
all this.
They got ninjas.
They got a video that shows them doing all types of crazy stuff. Like,
I'm gonna shoot you.
Who's doing that?
I feel like they gonna dodge a bullet or some shit.
But it is something you could even. It's never a fair fight when it comes to.
So, were you ever deployed in any form under Obama? You was
So I as you say that, I remember there was an issue when the government shut down and we was deployed. That became a big thing. But we all knew we was gonna get paid, but because they used that politics to kind of like, oh, you're not even gonna take care of the soldiers, blah blah blah. Like, come on. But when I was downrange, that's what we said when we deployed. Obama came into office. It was funny because it's like the Iraqis, or like the terrorists was shooting off like rockets and stuff. But I'm like, yo, that's weird as hell. It's like they more happy than we are.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit about Obama behind that. But what you call it? So were you ever deployed on? You were deployed on the Bush also, right? The Bush was horrible.
Nah, 2008. Well, he was on his way out.
He was on his way out
by the time he was already elected. Obama was already elected when and then came into office pretty much while we was down. I'm pretty sure it was like 2008 June. So I think everybody knew he was about to win anyway.
Yeah. So
that whole thing is crazy. It's probably something that you know probably could have done better, but no one's perfect. You know what I mean? I really don't try to discount our efforts. I just know we need to learn from it, right?
you think the military had it enhanced under Trump?
Enhanced?
Yeah.
I think it's always been.
The same?
Always been.
Number one.
There's no what a president doesn't really affect what's going on, in my opinion. What the size of a force, what affects it is what's going on in the world.
Well, I'm saying because I know that we had no wars under Trump, and then I
mean we had to continue.
They continue wars. I'm saying that they had to fix up and everything. They had to fix up the situation because I know that under his administration he brought the most troops back home, and what you call it, and I know that it
was time.
He sent a lot of troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan and sent them off to Israel as like a safe zone.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing, and I don't know. I'll put it this way: you have a person that's in the highest seat in the world, right? The people around you are probably some of the smartest people around you.
Yeah.
Those people, their job is to help you make the best decisions out there. Those people are usually from administration to administration, especially in the military. Military doesn't really change regimes, right? You're not going to change the general or the chief of staff just because the president changed. It doesn't work like that. So it's kind of like those same advisors, especially in the military. The only ones who really change is the civilian part of the military, and those are still advised by the senior enlisted and officer personnel. So I will give them the credit for listening, but I would still give the credit to those who say, hey, this makes more sense. You know what I mean? Like if James is going to make a decision about what's going on here, of course he's going to take into account of what y'all say before he just, if he's an intelligent person, in my opinion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
I want to. You got anything else? I want to travel a little bit. Can you explain the difference? Well, let me give some background. So when I was a teacher in a different school, I was teaching them the kids about World War One, and trench warfare was big in World War One.
Yeah.
And the way I explained it to them was I put the desk as if they were in trenches in rows, and then I made them play capture the flag. So I had one group on one side, one group on the other side, and they had to throw paper balls at each other. If you hit your opponent with a paper ball, you were out. So that's kind of like for them to understand, like, okay, you got to get to the other side to do whatever that you need to do, and you weren't that far apart from the enemy. So now, with that being said, can you explain the difference between a Bronx shootout and a shootout overseas when you're at war? I just want to know. I want to know. I think the people need to know.
So there's
more guns.
I'm gonna drop some
more guns.
Yeah, that's that. So there's a big word we use, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan. We call it coin, right? Coin means counterinsurgency. So you're not facing a nation which we would call near peer, right? You're not facing another country, right? You're facing like a bunch of militias and gangs, right? So you can't really say, I'm gonna just bomb this nation, right? I'm gonna do this, right? You gotta kind of go into space and kind of face the gangs and clear things out and try to make sure this part of the city is safe, right? Now that's different from actually going against another country, because when you're going against another country, now, yeah, you can use your air power, you can use your naval power to set embargoes, and you kind of try to wear them down, especially if you learn from World War II where they dropped the bomb. Like, you don't really want to do things like that. You want to kind of cut off their supply and make them like kind of weak, right? That's the goal, the humanitarian, right? Now, if you get into a shootout, it's because probably you're trying to take a certain position that's key, and it's going to be coordinated, right? So you're going to get air power, right? And you're probably going to get naval power, depending on what it is, and then Marines, Army will come in and try to be strategic and kind of flank out from the intel that you get, outflank your opposition. Now, a Bronx shootout is dumb, right? And it kind of pisses me off. Like, saw that one kid that was on the news, like, she was trying to shoot the dude that was hiding behind the two
kids.
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
Man,
I wanted to wring that dude's neck. I would. Those are times I wish I could be at a place, right? That type of shootout is just, we're not trained. People in the Bronx or most civilians are not trained on how to handle a weapon, right? They're either shooting in the air, just like, yeah, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of them don't know the difference between a 45, 9mm, 40, what the range is. You know what I mean? What type of why it's good to have a full metal jacket or a hollow point, or even we have rounds. You could buy them as a regular person, that when they shoot, when you get into your system, they spread out, so it doesn't shoot somebody in the back. It doesn't go through, but it just jacks you up inside. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows about that stuff. Regular people, they're just trying to. You saw how he was shooting. That's 9 times out of 10. That's how everybody think it is. Just, you're trying to, and he probably let off like 11 shots or something like that and barely tagged the dude. Like, nah, no one knows about cinematic, right? Stuff like
so with that being said, do you think we need more gun control in New York, or do you think people need to be more educated about guns? Like,
the gun control work is so volatile because I own weapons, right? They're not here, but I own weapons because I got them in Louisiana. Here's I'm all about learning how to defend yourself, right? Knowing how to do that. But I think the issue is here, before we even get there, is the type of why do you want to get a gun? Like, what is the purpose for it? Because it should be to defend yourself, right? It shouldn't be to go handle your issue, or you're trying to take out somebody or gang move friends, stuff like that. So that gun control stuff, and you can listen to all music will say, like, they got guns in the street where the guns is coming from. You know what I mean? However these cats is getting it, gun control, I don't know, is really the big thing. That we need to start pouring money back into education and back into the youth. You know what I mean? Our education level, I haven't checked it in a while, but we're number one in our military part.
Hell yeah.
We're not number one in our education.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We need to do better with that. And then, me personally, if I have it my way, especially with the mentorship stuff, because I'm gonna be here for a while, I would love to take the kids out and show them, like, yo, this is how you use it. You should know. Your southern counterparts is getting that, right? All the kids in the South, I've taken my son out to shoot guns. They're getting that education. That's a bonding experience. Back in the day, it used to be the spear. It used to be the bow and arrow, right? Father, son, father, daughter, whatever the case may be. Even some moms, whatever. They're teaching them how to survive using a weapon. Because back in the day, it used to be defend your territory, get something to eat. You know what I mean? We all still should have some type of baseline hunter-gatherer type of thing. But yeah, I don't like it what's going on with the guns in the Bronx in New York City. It's crazy. You got that Citizen app?
Yeah.
One night.
That shit is nerve-wracking. That shit is nerve-wracking.
Oh man, one time I posted it. It rang off like 7 times in 2 minutes. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's live. But yeah, it makes me. It worries me because our youth will see that and think that's the way of life. That's not how it should.
Yeah, I think the perception of guns in general is clouded when you live in the city like this because, like, just from speaking from my personal experience, when I first moved to Indiana, I went out there for school. I went into a Walmart and literally a guy just had one open on his hip. And I'm thinking like some shit is about to go down. Like I'm like nobody sees this guy walking around with a gun on his hip, and my friend,
carry.
yeah, my friend had to tell me like, nah, like that's just how it is out here. Like you can go to Walmart, you can buy a gun, you can walk around, you can drive with your gun on your hip. It's whatever you really want to do for the most part. They have laws, but not like New York, and that started to change my mind about like gun ownership because when I was in New York, I'm thinking, there's no need to really have a gun, and it's like, nah, like that's not. I mean, you have the right to have a gun.
And that's what it gets back to. Like we don't really focus on what I. Now I'm not saying like you need to own a bazooka, right?
That's what I want.
You don't need to learn like an RPG or nothing, but that education of just. I always say like, and this is as I'm kind of been writing down things and to tell you, everybody should have a utility type knife, not like some little joint, like, and not something that's gonna like trying to slash somebody's throat. Each kid should know how to use a utility knife. Like if they want to cut some wood and kind of do some stuff and basic like survival stuff, right? We don't really know, right? And we should all just know how to handle a knife before you get to the the gun stuff, because according to our Constitution, that's what we're supposed to. Two-way, your right to bear arms. That's what it is. I'm a big proponent of that. What hurts my heart though is the abuse of it, like anything. It's sad when you see these school shootings, and it makes you think like, do we even? There's always going to be that debate. Should we not? But that's where education comes into play. You know what I mean? And it's bad to have that debate when something jacked up happens, because I don't even want to look at a gun if I heard it because 6 kids or 20 kids got shot. Like that doesn't make me feel good. You know what I mean? So, but the debate and the education should happen like when that happens. It should happen when, especially in New York, because no one can really own unless you a cop. You know what I mean? Down south though, they ain't giving a big. They're not going to do it. They're not going to, for whatever reason. They're not going to do it.
They'll go to war before they do something like that. That'd be crazy.
But I honestly, I agree. I mean, it's in the Constitution, right to bear arms. Again, but it's not the right to shoot a bullet in school.
You're right.
Now,
we need
now if you want,
education for
it. And I do agree. Like, again, that's where the debate comes from. You need to make sure what type of people are getting these weapons. They have some laws that haven't really got checked. Like I think one of the biggest ones, especially in Texas, is the one where if you're if domestic violence, if you offender, you beat your wife, layman's terms, or whatever the case may be, and you shouldn't be able to buy a gun after that if you got charged and convicted of being, committing act of domestic violence. Sometimes they're able to kind of meander do that and still get a weapon, and then you see these stories of dudes killing their wives. That stuff like that hurts my heart, because now you see that's a viable reason. Like, man, maybe we do need a stricter situation and not just enforce the laws that's already on the table. There's so much debate about it.
Either way, like a criminal, regardless, will get weapons. They'll always find a way to get weapons. So it's just like,
exactly, and there's that essence too. You know what I mean? Everything is connected, right?
Look at Chicago. It's
Chicago,
one of the most
no guns, and they have like the highest crime rate in the city, in the country.
They had a higher one in some countries.
Yeah, it used to.
It's wild.
Yeah,
the capital of America.
You got Chirac, right?
Yeah, and they have those gun laws Probably the country.
And you know what it is? A lot of them go to Indiana because Indiana's right there.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Indiana, buy their guns,
Crossing state lines.
buy their guns off the streets, and come right back to Chicago.
Yep.
So it's just that's
You
why
still
a lot
got
of them
you,
getting their guns
you
from.
still got toolies
If
back
not,
in the day.
and like I said, regardless, people like it's crazy because like I always heard stories when I was a kid that they knew people in militaries, they knew people everywhere saying that passed over weapons. I'm saying so regardless, people always gonna find a way to get guns, no matter what.
It's one of those like nothing is ever gonna be 100% when you're dealing with people, right? You gotta kind of fight incrementally, right? 5% there, 10% there. See how y'all was just talking about the vaxxers, right? That vax situation.
Vax that
Yeah. That's how advertising works, bro.
That's why Justin got vaxxed.
Yeah, that's how advertising works. They're gonna lay on the big, like the commercial with the astute person talking, and then they're gonna have somebody on the ratchet tree try to get a percentage over here. They're gonna have the, whatever looks good over here, to all kind of get a piece of that pie. You'll never get 100% of that pie, but you do things strategically to try to get as much of that pie as possible.
So do you think vax that ass up is gonna work?
I think that some way, shape, or form is gonna help that situation.
Are they forcing the military to get vaxxed?
Which was
That's interesting.
right. It may happen, but it hasn't happened yet, and I don't want to speculate on why it hasn't happened. I think.
Have you been vaxxed?
I mean, no, you can't ask stuff like that. I'm not a proponent of showing the card. Me being a medic, things called HIPAA laws.
Yeah, it's the HIPAA law. Yeah. But I know a lot of people have been violating the HIPAA law.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and people are giving it up like it's nothing. But
but I'm glad you asked that so I could say that because it shouldn't. That shouldn't be like.
It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't be a thing.
And it's not. And I'm not like. Trust me, I'm not accusing you of anything, but that's how crazy advertising is, right? Because we make basic things that are laws. You like it kind of gets eroded, and that's why we got to make sure we got to keep our eyes open. Because HIPAA laws to me is very important.
You know what it is? It's like that. I noticed like out here in the East Coast, like in the South, they teach like human rights.
Mm-hmm.
They teach you human rights. In the East Coast, they don't teach that. So a lot of people in the East Coast or in the Midwest, like they're like not be political, but Democrat-ran cities, they don't run. Seriously, like they St. Louis and everything. They don't teach these things in schools on purpose, so they can actually, manipulate your whole mind, or basically, or what you should be learning, what you should not be learning. You know what I'm saying? So
I think there's a big. That's why it's education.
So it's part of the education. So if you don't know your actual rights, then you can't infringe them. You can't exercise your rights if you don't know your rights.
I think it goes both ways because they don't.
When I hear like there's places out here that have signs, you need to show your vaccine card in order to enter.
Oh, I would never go to that place.
I'm like, how is this even possible? Like Bill Clinton made the law, the HIPAA law, basically because of HIV and AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just so people won't get discriminated against, so you won't have to ask if they had AIDS or not. You know
Exactly.
Shot o'clock.
You get a shot o'clock?
Shot o'clock. Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to HIPAA laws.
Shout out to HIPAA laws.
Keeping us. HIPAA laws is a big thing, yo. You gotta. It's not. That's a trend that shouldn't be played with.
The whole thing is like so. Like when I see people, like I see some jobs that they're saying like, yo, if you've been vaccinated, please show your vaccine card so you don't have to wear a mask at work. So when I hear like my jobs never asked me that. My job, they run off the assumption that you've been vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to run off the assumption. But a lot of jobs are asking, if you've been vaccinated, please show your vaccine card. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's actually wrong. You're not supposed to be showing your vaccine card. Anything that has to do with any medical records should not be shown. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a conversation.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be a conversation.
So here lies the and this is where it becomes that's when healthy conversation needs to be had. Yeah. Because when it comes down to it, it's all about liability, right? Somebody gets sick and something happens, such and such organization doesn't want to be held responsible, right? Now, if you're coming from that place, you know,
That's what happened with AIDS too.
exactly. So you got to be very careful on how you say certain things and do certain things. And it's always going to go back to education. It's always going to go back to, you know what, let's not make this a thing. Or sometimes people got to put their foot down and say, this is what it is. Now, you still got, I feel like this, you still got to, we all work together. Everybody's connected. I'm a firm believer of that. Everybody's always connected in some way, shape, or form. If you know you don't, and people are not going to do it because people are people, but you should always do your best to be a earthly citizen, right? Don't go to work if you're freaking sick. You should be getting yourself tested, so on and so forth, or keep yourself out from doing things. People are going to people, and that's why we have those situations, right? People are going to people, you know, like Atlanta. Before the Atlanta people was turning up and doing all types of crazy
The whole time.
The whole time, people are doing it. But
I mean, the case has been a steady sale too.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Atlanta, you look at Florida, you look at Texas. It's been a steady sale. So it's like
they have their pockets. Like even up here in New York, they had their pockets.
New York was really high.
Yes,
and we were masked up. We were masked up, and we were staying at home. So
a lot of that was New York people taking vacation.
But why hasn't other places the numbers haven't run up the way? Yeah, so we were getting sick, but they weren't.
If they're already sick, if their numbers is even, and if they got 20 people in the spot,
that's what I'm saying.
And 10 New Yorkers.
Be careful, Zay. Took calculus.
Now, 10 New Yorkers get sick.
That's,
I'm later people ain't getting sick.
But like,
they already.
But the numbers don't match. That's what I'm saying. The numbers don't match.
You gotta.
It's like that's what we start to. That's why people start to say that this shit is a hoax. That's the reason why, because of how they play the numbers.
So you have people that come from all shapes and from all over, right? I'll tell you this: when we do a trace, if somebody has it, right? When we do a trace, we are more concerned about the people who have spent a considerable amount of time with an arm's length. When I say considerable, I'm talking about like more than 5, 10, 24 hours. When we're doing a trace, like if we're worried about somebody being sick, it's not a science that you want to spitball in because there's a whole bunch of variables, right? And I love numbers and stuff like that, but they can be misrepresented. I mean, because our situation is different. Atlanta, Texas, those places are open. Us, we're in the same space. You know what I mean, we're on a train, right? There's no train station in Atlanta. There's no train station. You know, sometimes you ride in the 6 train from Pelham Bay all the way down. And you're right, you got the people that's going, we're a mixed society where we're going everywhere. Those people are not really, to me, not as much people travel outside of Texas unless they're from outside of Texas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. We're a tourist state, city, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people travel, go to Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, California, Virginia, Miami, right? Come back.
Vegas.
Texas people are not really. If they come to New York, they come in seasonally. We go to Miami like 5 times.
That's what we feel like.
Like, you know what I mean? But those, to me, when it comes down to people getting sick, one of my brother, he's my friend, but I call him my brother. He lost his brother. This real healthy dude, and it was like the frustration to see and what his family went through. I can never look at it like, nah, this thing is a hoax, because he was 44 and passed away. So, you know, people died. Whatever they want to tell us on the YouTubes and the news, you know, you just hope people are being safe. You know?
Gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Any information that you get, whether it be
for real,
person, news, like you gotta take everything with a grain of salt and continue to ask questions and do research.
Exactly. And that's where education comes, like you said, that's where education comes from. Now, I don't, some people think they type something on YouTube or in Google, and first thing they see, they you know, an actual question that requires some thought, you should spend more than 5 minutes looking it up. You know what I mean? So we this microwave society, especially when it comes to getting information, we need to kind of check that. And like you said, it goes back to education, because our education in a lot of schools, now they talking about critical race theory, right, and stuff like that. That whole thing, that's a big debate, and it's incumbent upon us, because nobody's going to do it for us. I always tell them, no one's going to come and save you, so you got to really be involved in what you care about, not just post it on the internet when you think it's going to work out. Have these conversations with with your peers, and not look at the the Congress people or the senators to get your information. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're gonna transition.
Real shit.
We're gonna be.
I know we have some heavy combos, man. Like, come on, man. When I watch y'all are doing the most and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, this looks fun. Now you got me on here. We talking about
giving us some stuff to think about, though. Shout out to Carrie Ann right there. This shit is done.
Yeah, that shit's gone. Oh, shout out to Greg, my dude Greg in the building, man.
Cayenne, you want to try the cayenne pepper fruit punch?
Yo, run it, crack it.
Yeah. Mix it up, mix it up.
Shake it well,
Shake
yo.
it up.
No, that shit was good.
I'll drop the. I'm gonna drop the little bit of key. It's ginger.
That's good for you. That's a good thing.
You don't like ginger?
No, I don't like ginger either.
Oh,
But
For real?
One of my closest friends' name is Ginger.
I don't like it.
Well, he's a picky.
yeah,
Picky. Like picky?
I know
don't like
picky
ginger.
eaters.
I don't like ginger either, but that tastes really good.
That was
Yeah,
I like
so-
spicy shit. So that
It's
was
good. It's seconds.
We're not ready yet.
Bucks up, I mean, Suns up 7.
fuck.
But
Go
before,
ahead, DJ.
so before you change, I want to ask, not you, but everybody else, if you was to join the army,
You like it?
What? Like, what you think?
Oh, I tried it. Navy.
That's why you were saying Navy earlier.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because I tried. I went through all this stuff, but they found like stuff in my record.
You even froze like Heron, and
And I went to I was about to get sworn in and all that stuff. And after that, they was like, yo, we can't.
Are you
get on.
serious?
So to me, I took that as a sign it wasn't my time. So I
Nice.
didn't go.
You know what? I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like there's
I
no.
tried a lot too. I went to the courses. I had a felony on my record I was born in 1989. I had a felony on my record from 1989.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna say who it
Crazy.
was. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. But they said I was
That's
stealing
no me.
cars.
That's no me, man. That's no me. I live here.
Because when you get your background check, it comes up with that number, like whatever this. that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I Googled it and it says auto theft in 1989. I'm like, I was born.
Wow, that's crazy.
So like shit like that kept on coming up, and then I just to myself, I said, you know what? It's not meant. It's not meant for me to go. You know what I mean? But I did want to go because I thought it would be a good financial.
my sister retired from the Navy, and she's working. They having the best life.
Yeah.
Best life.
Because I went to the one over there though, right close. Well, I had high test scores, so.
You had to drop it in. I was, I'm a Doogie House on the low.
Water purifier. I was picking water purifier.
You the water's right there.
I wanted to see what I was able to do at first, and then
See, this is
the list that they gave me.
So I'm about to plug it right now. Right, this team, the Army and the mother branches. You score, you do your test, right? The contract is open. That means you don't get whatever they give you. Army, when you test, you can get a list of jobs that you qualified for.
No, I got a list of jobs of what I qualified for.
And they did. How long ago was this?
11 years ago.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about from when I did it.
Oh,
They
okay.
gave me my list. They told me what my score was and what I was able to.
Okay. Like contract. Yeah, that's different now. They don't do that.
Yeah. No, I don't
remember.
Yes, I was a poet.
Don't you know it?
I've always been fascinated by planes, so I think I would have been in the Air Force. And I think I probably
would have got that shit.
You look Air
Go to
Force.
space.
You look, I could just see it all over
I would
you,
have been
man.
in the Air Force.
You got to have like really high test scores. You would have got that.
I think I would have did that. I would have been.
Gotta go to Space Force.
Oh my God.
That's the next one, and that's crazy.
You know,
That's
they're
what I'm
actually
thinking.
moving on that too,
Shit
man.
is a
They
thing.
moving on that Space Force. When it first came out though, we was ragging on it. It was like,
you got property on Mars yet?
I'm trying to. Bro.
Put the shit on
Huh?
You really trying to get property?
I wish I
Shit
could.
on Groupon.
Look, come on,
Get
man.
it.
No, I'm not.
Nigga, Groupon.
Who is issuing property on Mars?
On Groupon.
That ass and
Buy property on
I
Mars.
got the receipt and everything. It's on Groupon.
Yeah, they gonna
No.
put a dome there. We gonna be living there. soon.
I'm not even listening to y'all. Y'all ain't about to have
I'm
me no
being dead
crazy.
serious.
Yeah, nah.
Go to Groupon right now. Put property on Mars.
Who's
This is not an
Mars?
ad, everybody. It's not an ad. everybody.
Who's Mars?
What would you have been, Cat? What would you
Space Force.
I would
Yo, you think Space Force would be
good
cool?
at,
Going out of space, like no, you don't know anybody that's been out of space.
See, we can get property on Mars right now. 50
Buy
cents.
Planet Mars deals up to 50%, 57%.
Yeah.
For real? $13 right now.
Got a
So you get
deed
that
and
receipt,
everything.
You get the shit named after you.
Own an acre of land in our solar system's fourth planet. Package includes a deed, a map with location of your land, and a Mars info.
Groupon.
You know what's gonna happen. Whoever's bringing that, right, is just gonna buy y'all out, and then you're just gonna not get that.
sell everybody the same shit.
Yeah, you know what? Yo, they got a scheme for everything.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yes, have the plaque to say, you know what, I got something on Mars, so
I ain't going.
pass it down, generational wealth.
Get the Mars. You got the plaque. Get the Mars. $8.
7 months.
Yeah,
It takes 7 months to get to
that's crazy. I didn't.
Get there.
You start fucking with Elon Musk, you get your way out
That
there.
is crazy.
Get there is gonna be crazy.
Start fucking with Elon Musk.
So now it takes you 8 years to get there. I'm there in a month. I'm taking your brother.
Wi-Fi.
You better start trying to perhaps the nigga had the bullet go the other way.
That's fire. Though. I'm probably gonna fly.
I definitely would have been a sniper though.
You think you would
Can
have
I
been a
get?
sniper?
Yeah, I got great eyes. Great eyes.
And you shoot anybody?
If I had practice,
No, I'm not talking about like kids.
oh hell yeah. Taking these out. Taking everybody out. Anybody that moves against my boom boom got it.
Who you got? Oh, y'all all on it. Okay. If it's T-Mobile, that should be good.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, we good. We good.
Sorry, party.
Nah, you good. All right. So this is the part where you get to pick a what is it? Category, and we'll go and have a conversation about one of the questions. So there's sports, relationships, celebrities, philosophy, finance, politics, and music. Which one would you like to talk about?
Sports.
Sports, relationships, celebrities, philosophy, finance, politics, music.
And what's the hot topic? Is it somewhere between
Whatever you want.
relationships?
Oh
go.
shit! Here we go.
Relationships. Okay, what they saying about relationships?
All right, so let's do this one. Should
Cover hope.
let's start there.
What?
Let's start there. He been waiting for that. He's a relationship expert.
Would you cuff a hoe?
Should
Like, not like you fuck with her and then you find out she's a hoe.
The-
You already know she's
already knows.
she been doing mad shit. She been fucking everybody.
Wait, can I ask a clarifying? Because there's levels to like hold.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
There's
oh, okay.
degrees.
Yeah,
There's
exactly,
degrees.
exactly. So like, there's like I'm selling my body.
No, not selling body.
Okay.
Not a porn star.
So she's not making money off of her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She's
So-
just a hoe.
In the
She's
sense
just
of
a-
she's just been with everybody in the neighborhood.
Define a lot of people.
More than 8
More than 8
Oh
in the
shit.
neighborhood.
in the neighborhood.
So that's 8 people that you know.
Mm.
So imagine who else. Like that.
See, if I know her, I couldn't do it. Now, if I didn't know her and she was out here running and gunning, you know, as long as she yeah, we see what she about. Because most women, to me, if you're a woman that likes to engage in certain type of acts, you probably have a certain femininity towards you. You may need somebody to just steer you straight. Yeah, steer you straight. But I'm not a proponent of doing that.
But see, what's the issue though? Because the way I see it is that at the end of the day, why do you care what other people think? Like, it just sounds like when you act like, not when you, but when you're having that conversation, it's more so like, oh, I don't want to be with her because she's been with people that I know, and then now if I wife her, my friends are gonna be like, oh, that's the chick that you with. But why does that matter? If I like her and she likes me and she's gonna treat me better than she treated all these other niggas that she was fucking on the block, why does that matter?
That's where it fucks up. If she treats you better than them, obviously their relationship was different. They were just fucking. So it's not like they're in a relationship.
What if she wasn't in a relationship? What if she was in a relationship?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if she's a hoe, she's not running around in a relationship.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, it's hard.
If she's a hoe on the block, she's probably just fucking different people on the block.
You know, I
That's what
guess
I'm saying.
you know what? I take it. I don't know if I could do that. Because I
Took it back?
I take it back. Because I've been trying to get the benefit of the doubt, but in this case, nah. Real talk. At this point in time, it's all about like me being a younger cat. When you say wife, you talking about like marry or just being in a relationship?
Like being in a relationship and working towards marriage.
Ooh, man.
Like, that's your end goal.
Yeah, end goal is.
Somebody
Honestly, at 5 of nah, I couldn't.
Yeah, he fucked it up for you.
Yeah, you know, because every time I look at you, like, every time I couldn't. I don't have that type. I can't. I couldn't know these cats.
I feel like if you really liked her and if that was a thing that you was worried about, then just move.
Yeah.
If you really like her, just move. It don't matter. Fuck my friends.
Have a game night.
Game night?
Like game night.
Oh.
Not if I live in Texas, we're not having a game night. I'm moving.
So you gonna move out of state, bro?
If this is the woman I love, I'm moving. I'm leaving.
You gotta like her a lot. And then
Yeah, if this is what I'm working towards, I could be friends. I could be friends with the homies from the distance.
All three
niggas could be your soulmate.
All three of them hit your girl off before she got to you, and
how you gonna pull up?
But you asking me as if I like her.
she knows that he got a felony in 1989. She knows that he don't like ginger.
You have a good connection with her.
She gonna be like, yo, why don't you
If
get?
you got a good connection with her, she's like your soulmate. Then fuck it.
How
you separate it?
You spend time with her. You spend time with her and get to know her.
Stop letting emotions that's not involved in the relationship.
No, all right, so listen. If Kev fuck, I'm trying to find it.
I'm saying
name that I
name.
don't
Rachel.
know.
Yeah, I'm
Just so
about
I
to
don't-
Yeah, Rachel.
Kev fuck Rachel.
Everybody know Rachel.
So, I don't know Rachel. So Kev fuck Rachel. You know that Kev fuck Rachel, and it was nothing serious. He fucked up for
One night stand. Okay.
But just whatever you want, like
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm next. I fuck, but it's not no covered shit. It's just I'm fucking Rachel. Like, I'm horny. Rachel outside all the time.
She was horny too.
Thing.
Yep.
I'm done. My turn is done. Now Justin do it. Thing. So now it's your turn. So obviously y'all fucking, and then y'all chilling a little bit. So you start catching feelings.
Yes.
Yeah. If I like her, yes. Yeah. You think any girl that you ever been with doesn't have a sexual past?
I didn't say that.
Whatever relation that's outside of your actual relation, that has
No, everybody has a sexual past.
and if
You don't want somebody that's
especially that
for
person-
your friends.
especially if that person's your soulmate.
I think that's a bit.
That soulmate. That's so. I'm sorry to cut you off. That soulmate thing. Y'all really believe in that soulmate
No,
stuff?
that's what I'm saying. He's saying soulmate.
You believe that like
for your friends, and then now you fucking.
I believe that there's energy. I believe in energy.
Okay.
I believe in energy, and I believe that there's people that match your energy, and there's people out there It's not just by the attraction of the person, but it's a person that actually, that can finish off your sentence. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a person that actually finish off everything your other half. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that comes, you put two seeds together, they're gonna intertwine no matter what. But I'm saying, like, you don't think your soulmate might be in Korea or something like. So you think there's? I guess I should put it like this.
Your soulmate could be anywhere. And honestly, your soulmate doesn't have to actually be a person that you're in a relationship with. So your soulmate could be a person that you're best friends with too.
You could be in a relationship with somebody.
Soulmate could be a person, a woman that's actually a good friend of yours too. You know what I'm saying? That could be a soulmate as well. But it's like, if you find somebody that you're attracted to, and a person's your soulmate, and that's a person you have a personal bond with, and you could learn how to push it aside. If she can actually put her, what he wants to talk about, the wholeness. You know what I'm saying? The wholeness onto
The wholeness factor.
She take that shit away from the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let me
Whatever she did in her past has nothing to do with your relationship.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
I agree with
fuck four of your friends.
I think that's
hold on.
valid for people that.
But
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
all
I
right,
get
but
what
what
you're
if she
saying. It is
fucked four of your friends, right? But she was 21.
Need water?
You need more water?
I'm about to go get that. Go ahead.
But
go ahead,
she
go ahead.
was young, and then you meet her at like 30, and shit's changed. But she fucked four of your friends, and like she's not the same. Like,
They say time heals.
so would that change your mind?
It just might.
Nah, like, because I feel like at that when with you,
No, I'm
when
asking
you,
him. Because,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If she fucked 4 of my friends at 21, 30.
Yeah, I mean, you just meet her in the future, and it's different vibe. Like now, you met at the bar. You're like, oh shit, I haven't seen you in a long time. Y'all start catching it up.
I think he's saying something different though, because he's saying
I
if
know,
you
but
saying it in the sense of like we all pretty much agree that like you gonna hit.
Are you saying it like that? Or you
Like
just
that.
saying it-
Oh, she's a hoe.
Yeah, but
If
she's
she
still.
was a hoe when we was fucking 15, and you meet at 30, her life is complete. So that's not the same shit.
I'm asking you if we all fucked
But
up.
that's not the same shit.
I'm asking you
That's
if
a
we all. But if we all fucked up, would you give her? She's still gonna. She still have my dick
15
inside
years
her.
later?
Yeah.
And it depends on the vibe. That's when it would be a
That's-
vibe.
That's where it changes.
Yeah, because that's 15 years later than from what I fucking knew you as the hoe. Now we 15
Yo,
years
say-
down.
Limitations.
You get
I'm not gonna come in right after.
is a recycle is like
I'm not gonna come in right after.
Because-
5 years.
But
he's like respawn, we respawning.
But then Drea said that, right? Her wholeness got what? She got like deleted, right? So
She was a hoe. She was a hoe. that was fucking that people, not the fucking best friends and shit.
hey, but what if it's not best friends? What's just four people you know?
I never said anything about somebody that just had sex with a lot of people.
But that would,
I'm
isn't
saying
that
if they
still
had
like a
sex
hoe?
with multiple of my friends, multiple people in my circle, then I would.
And I understand that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I just feel like it's the way it's coming off to me is that like we're validating the value of a woman based on what she did with my friends, and it's like I said, like if I like her, if I like her, you was fucking her, you didn't like her, you just wanted to clip it and whatever. But if I like her and I want to be with her, I don't give a fuck with my friends. My friends ain't gonna be raising my kids for me. If I think she could be the woman of my children, then that's the one that I want. I don't give a fuck what my friends gotta say. No, I'm just answering your question. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how you feel about it. You can do it.
But see,
couldn't.
I think these things is important because I think we, again, back to hustling backwards. We got an issue with learning how to court, learning how to date, and learning how to. I really don't think I figured it out. I'm still kind of trying to work through it, but like, the whole thing with getting married and having kids, I think sometimes there's so much more emphasis put on having a kid rather than just coming together and getting married and learning each other first and then having a child. You know what I mean? And that sex education, going back to education, is a big thing. Like learning your body and stuff like that. Sometimes me being like the father figure in a unit, I've had soldiers, female soldiers. I was like, yo, go to the clinic. You on birth control? Go to the clinic. Because I don't want to see them out here pregnant just because they was messing with some dude. And then, your parents ain't send you at 18, 19 to come to the army and get pregnant and you ain't got no ring on your finger. You know what I mean? Especially in our community. I hate to see that. But yeah, the whole thing. Oh, nah, we need to do better in our community. Sonny and I out here fucking.
No, of course.
Yeah, it's but because that shit happens
All
the time.
I grew up in the projects. Everybody
No,
same people for the most part.
Yeah, that's why they should join the army and then get out the projects.
that's real shit though. I think more people do need to.
But and I ask because I know people that, like I said, not to call like certain women hoes.
Yeah,
Women that's been around, and then somebody else that's a friend in the group, and then cuff it, and it's like, damn, like.
All right, so now let's take that for example. In that particular situation, all he has to deal with is the opinions of y'all. And if y'all are his friends, why would you bash him for doing that?
Oh, that's a good point.
It's not even a bash. At first it's a bash when they first come out as a couple. Like, why would you do that?
Yep.
After a while, you don't care, and then it comes to if they're your real friends, they're not gonna do that.
You know,
But all your real friends, the people you think your real friends aren't your real friends. So if she was fucking this person before, it's always that possibility. It's a lot in your like.
That's any
in
relationship.
your mind or whatever.
real talk. There's a hierarchy in certain walks of life. Some females got to be vetted before they get to a certain person.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to go mess with this X, maybe not A, B, C, and D, but you probably got to go to A, maybe B. Been around, because when you talking about money, right, you got to make sure like you're not just picking up any old person. You got to see what they got to put the work in. So that's a lot of cultures do that.
Listen, all these rappers, all these famous people, they all fucking the same. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they all friends. And they all get the same over and over and over.
Now,
Friends.
I think they know each other.
They know each other well enough for me.
It's like if we from Carson, you know somebody from Castle Hill, y'all fucking all right. That's your friend, but that's not your friend.
It's not the same.
So I like it what you said though. Like a true friend is not gonna make you.
That's
feel
what I'm
bad.
saying. If it's your real, if that's my homie, then why? Like you probably gonna be like, yo, my friend would be like, yo, you sure you want to do that? That's what my friend would say, or should say. You sure you want to do that because you know her history. Like you said, it can happen again. She was just messing with this dude. They still be texting and chilling or whatever. Sure. If your man's is like, yeah, then it's like, all right.
So
that's it.
Stop being.
And that's the only barrier there should be.
Yeah. So that situation happened.
Mm-hmm.
So like we had the same.
Yeah.
So now you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come over one night or whatever, game night, and she make a move on me. I say no, and I tell you, how did that go?
That's a whole different scenario.
Do you believe him? Do you believe the person you in love with, your soulmate? Like
I think that depends. No, it's always going to be complicated, whether she was with you or not. But that can happen anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like that's just a regular. That happens all the time. Whether she was with my friend or not, we could both go to a game night and she could make a move. They could be drunk, whatever, and she make a move, and then he tells me it is what it is. But I just think that if the only barrier is gonna be my friend's opinion, I respect it because if you care about me, you would let me know immediately. But if I really like her, then I like her, so I'm not gonna change that because of how you feel.
So I like her. What if you found out later? What if you found out later that she fucked you?
It's definitely too late.
That's not like a movie. Found out way afterwards. What was that? Best Man or something like that?
I like that movie.
I see.
Definitely too late. Yeah, that's fucked up on the front part.
Yeah. Once you bring her around, I'm like, yo, I know her. What you mean you know her? Yeah,
I know.
Bro, I know. Trust me.
And her sister.
I know her.
And her sister. and her friends. I know all the.
It's her right here.
But now, all right. So then, now does that same? Should women hold men to that same standard?
Some do, some don't.
Yo, real talk. One of my closest buddies when I was downrange, and then he's told me this thing, and I think it applies. It's messed up, but it's not. This is what it is. Men and women different. He says, if you have a comb, right? Check this out. If you have a comb and you dip it in water, right? Will you still use that comb? If you did, yeah, a comb, like a hair comb. Yeah, a hair comb. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you said a comb.
Yeah, if you just dip it in a glass of water, yeah, you would still use it, right? Yeah. Would you still drink that water? That's the difference. But if you're thirsty, it'd be a struggle, right? That's the difference between men and women, right? Like the comb is the man, right? So you could put the comb in all types of waters, right? But the woman is supposed to be pure, right? You don't want to just drink after every.
It's like Confucius.
I'm telling you, I was like, wow, you know.
I hear that. I hear that. I just feel like it's a weird double standard because I feel like
but it's a double standard nonetheless.
It is a double standard.
I also feel like women like to fuck too. You can't tell me that a girl but like if she wants to fuck,
yeah, it don't gotta be friends.
Like nobody told guys to fuck friends.
We just do.
Like, I feel like guys would probably try to do it more, but it's also at the end of the day, it's up to the female to do it. See that they respect their friendship.
I think it's extreme on both parts. So dudes, right? If you talk about dick discipline, because
discipline.
Dick discipline. If you want to talk, y'all never heard of that?
No.
Oh my.
I get it.
If you know if you might mess around too much, it might catch you in trouble, right? At the end of the day. So even though we could technically get away with that double standard, we could technically get away with, and we're not going to get judged as harshly as women, you know, should you really do it? Probably should not, because you might be putting yourself in a situation. You might come across the wrong woman and you might end up with all types of stuff, not to mention the STDs and, you know, babies and stuff like that. So I think there's a air that we got to play. We do have to play it safe regardless. But for women, though, like back in the days, they left the house, they got with the man that they were going to marry, right? This is a different time now, right? You could get to go experience, but it's still it comes at a cost, right? Because if you're not locked down by a certain time and you got a kid too on top of that with multiple baby daddies, how many people are going to be checking for you? You know what I mean? So I think that double standard is there for a reason.
Can I want to read a thread.
And I'm not talking about the women that got married and stuff like that. You got married, you got divorced.
I want to read a thread about women in power in 2021. And the thread says men have to now get women to like them a lot, and men are unlikable. And that was a response to something that someone said was, what went wrong with marriage in this generation? Men don't trust women, and women feel like they don't even need men anymore. What the fuck? What the fuck was the spark to all of this? And now the thread says, let's be honest about the situation. How many generation of men in history have ever had to get women to like them in order to have women be with them? We're probably the first to ever have this being like our age group, so nobody knows what to do. We're 2 generations removed from a woman not being able to have a bank account without a man. 3 to 4 generations removed from when they couldn't buy a home, couldn't work, couldn't get educated, they couldn't do shit without a man. Women quite literally used to need a man. So they had to be with somebody regardless of if they liked the man or not. Today, they truthfully don't. They can leave your ass and be perfectly fine. Hell, some of them might even be better off. Your grandfather was probably a horrible husband. Like at best, he was probably emotionally distant and patriarchal. Niggas used to have 2 whole families miles apart of each other and was emotionally abusive to both. That's not flying today, and truthfully speaking, it shouldn't. A lot of men want the same relationships they saw their families had. They saw that their families had, but never thought to ask, were the women happy in those situations? The real answer is a lot of them weren't. So fast forward to today, where a woman, truthfully speaking, doesn't need your ass. You gotta come harder than your ancestors. You gotta have some substance. And a lot of these niggas just don't got substance. Not me though. Y'all be safe. Follow me back. That's the end of the thread.
I like that. I like that.
What do y'all think about that? Reaction.
I think I think that there's some truth to it. Although I still think women want to be married, even though they don't need. If you're successful, and now we got to really take that into account, because now, yes, back in survival days, and you had to be forced to be in that type of relationship, but there's still survival. It just don't happen as quick as 20, 22, 23. What happens when you're 60, 65, 70, 75? Do you want to be by yourself? Do you have enough money in the retirement to do that type of stuff? You know what I mean? Those are the things you got to think about. That's a different type of survival. You know what I mean? So, and do you have the money? How much are people making to sustain that, right? And that's another key. You should join the army. So you can retire in 20 years, and if you choose to get another job, you can. But I think that's a big thing. That is a different type of survival that goes on when you get into those older years. And that's when, and then even before that, community, right? What are we gonna do about community? How us being separated helps the community. You know what I mean? Us being separated is a marketing scheme. You know what I mean? Because if two people live in one house, the bills are going to one house. Separated, got more bills. Shorty's not going to be out there. And I get it. Women can mow lawns and stuff like that, but they're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to want to.
And don't even really want to.
Yeah, they're going to pay a dude, right? Mow the lawn, something, the plumbing go down, car go down. I know women who could change tires. I know women who could do YouTube. But the majority of women, they really going to call somebody. Shoot, I was just about to say it. Like, I'll be ready to call somebody.
I don't want to do it.
I'll be ready. Like, what? The sewage? The what? The trap? What? Nah, bro, come through. Yeah. Come through. Come fix it. And, and I think that's a big. Well, what do y'all think? I don't know. Am I bugging?
What immediately? I don't think you bugging. No. But what immediately stood out to me was that I feel like in 2021. Because of that change, it's harder for men to kind of feel like men. Like, I think it's an innate nature that a man wants to provide for a woman. Mm-hmm. And now when they don't have that opportunity, we was just having this conversation earlier today, that like there are certain things like a man may not want his wife to work. Like, he want to be able to, okay, if you want to stay home, that's your choice. But if you want to work, go ahead and work. But now in 2021, women like doing whatever they want to do. And in some situations, they are making men feel less masculine because now they can provide more than what men can. And that's just the scope of society in 2021, in my opinion, in the way I see it.
That's true.
Is it a bad thing? Depends on who you're talking to. But I do think that it can hurt men when they feel like they can't be men. Yeah. So that's what I kind of took away from that. But everything he was saying was right.
But it is because the way we're brought up in our early in the 90s and late 80s or 90s, that we're brought up with etiquette that we are to provide for the household. Mm-hmm. And then as with the transition happened within lifetime now, that women and men meet in the middle, it kind of messes us up like mentally, that we think that we still supposed to provide and push forward to provide, but we don't have to anymore. You get what I'm saying? But it's our pride and ego that gets involved, that we want to provide everything. You know what I'm saying?
I think most women want us to provide as well.
It's crazy. Even the feminists, they want us to provide. They just don't want to say that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think at the essence of it, and that with the gender warfare, whatever the case may be, like what it comes down to is this: like, what do men want? What do women want? Right? But how we judge each other and how we view each other is too different. Just because you got a 6-figure job as a female, don't make you more appetizing to a dude. And and it may be like that, vice versa. But usually, you can be a regular dude, but because you got money in the bank, all the women are going to flock to you, right? I think for us, just our community, like we just gotta understand, like there's a certain role, just naturally off rip, there's a certain role naturally, and then work from there, right? Take the mentorship from the past. Yeah, it's whack. Like no one wants to feel like they're getting abused or taken advantage of, but at the same time, we had good communities back then, right? We had communities, we had booming businesses, we had Black Wall Street, all this other stuff. To me, it feels more fractured. There's more opportunity, but there's more factors. So we got to figure out a way. Conversation like this is very necessary, so we can start getting back to it and start bringing our children up right. What's done is done. You know what I mean? You know, they made it look like all the movies, Medea movies, or Big Necks. They made it look like we was really out here getting at it, jacking women up. And yeah, there was probably a good group of dudes that. But I gotta look at my own life, and I gotta say this: I have 3 sisters, right? One of them was in an abusive relationship, right? And not a relationship she's in that they're all in, or like these are perfect dudes, like as perfect as can be in my eyes, right? So just looking at my immediate space, like when it comes to like really like degrading women and stuff like that, my sisters have been taken care of, and the dudes they married, they didn't have money. They built something together, right? And they worked from there. So I think that's what we gotta learn how to do. I think sometimes the sob stories of men just getting on women could be taken too far, and it makes dudes not want to even, the age of Me Too stuff as well. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be really, because you don't want to offend it. No one wants to offend anyone. You know what I mean? Like the average dude doesn't want to like degrade anyone. To me, they put it out there like, and when I say they, whatever social media likes to hype stuff, we like that provocative.
Really smart.
Yeah,
it's really smart to a point that anything that you say to like basically to even speak on it as your own opinion is offensive. So the way they do it is that you can't speak on it in any type of form because it'll be offensive regardless.
Yeah.
So and every tactic that they use to change, it's literally very smart tactic. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just better just like just to approach it with action instead of words, so they can see that a man is a man and a woman's a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to approach it with the actions. You can't approach it with words. Words, it'll offend anybody.
At the very least, if I'm in the house, and I got my shorty right here, I don't want her lifting something heavy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying with actions. So
Yeah.
with actions. So it's like if you buy like let's say if you buy like a new refrigerator or something, right? You bring it to the home. You're gonna haul it back into the apartment, into the household. Your wife is not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And she knows she's not gonna do it. She knows you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to approach it with action to show that a man is a man at the end of the day and a woman's a woman. You know what I'm saying? The same thing how I play with a man playing a women's sports. It's like it's ridiculous to me. But at the end, it's a women's sport. But men playing women, like WNBA, like women's sports. It's women's sports.
He's talking about like when.
Yeah. So and it's.
I ain't commenting on that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but you have to approach it with actions. You get what I'm saying? You can't approach it with speaking on it, because speaking on it, it becomes an offensive manner. I'm saying, so you just approach it with actions. You start showing it that men are actually stronger, and that's just you start showing it. And that's what it is. I'm speaking on it right now like a dumbass, but at the end of the day,
it just comes back down to foundation, right? I'm not a woman, obviously, right? But you never want, in my eyes, if I have a daughter, I want her to celebrate her femininity, right? I would never try to make her feel like she has to be in competition with her counterpart, right? And I think that's where sometimes we get lost in translation. It becomes a competitive thing, right? At the end of the day, your woman's supposed to test you and push you, right? So it's good that now we live in a time where women are educated because now that forces us to be better. I think so because you can't put one over on. If you want a quality woman in your life, you don't want. To me, you don't want a pushover. Yes, you want peace, but you don't want a pushover, right? You want somebody that's going to push you and support you, and has the
push it in the spirit.
Yeah, and someone who could answer questions 3 levels deep, like what's going on, but why'd you do this, without and knowing you to not make you shut down, but you feel comfortable enough to kind of be like, well, you know what, baby, this was going on, blah blah blah, and talk about it, right? Going back to emotional intelligence. Me in my teens, 20s, 30s, like trying to. My go-to was always just like, nah, I ain't talking. I don't want to talk. You know what I mean, I've learned the hard way. That's not something that you should do, and that's where I think we as men need to kind of start talking to our youth about being emotionally intelligent, stuff like that. And then figure out the thing with the women, and it'll come along sooner or later. But like, we really need to understand what our emotions are. Matter of fact, I was in the school one day today, and this young kid, he tried to passively sun me. Right, I'm an Army dude in this elementary school. He tried to passively sun me, so he went up. I was talking to 2 kids, and he tried to come and like to act like I wasn't there.
School, like 5th grade,
like 7th, 8th, some high school stuff like that. I think he was like a sophomore or junior.
Yeah, elementary school. I'm thinking about PS72.
Yeah, but it's a school that has a bunch of like levels in there. But I think these particular kids, they were sophomores about to be juniors. So he like tried to just come in front of me. As a man, you don't do stuff like that. You just don't step in front of no dude like that. So when he stepped in front of me, I stopped him and said, "Yo, bro, you can't do that," right? And he looked like confused, right? He started dancing in place, right? And then I'm thinking, yo, he's really trying to like regulate his emotions right now because probably nobody had told him. I told him like, bro, you can't just walk in front of a man like that. You gotta have a baseline level of respect, yeah, right? And then he's like, I was like, yo, what is you doing? But in my head, I was like, matter of fact, one of my supervisors told me like, he probably was regulating his emotions. I was like, oh yeah, he probably was, because no grown man has ever told him not chill. Fast forward that, you talking about the opposite sex, they gotta grow. They go to school with these women or these young ladies. They're trying to figure out stuff. They're seeing what's going on Instagram. They're seeing what's on the radio or on the movies and the songs. That's where they're getting their information from. They really need to be getting their information from the educators, the adults, But sometimes they hand tie y'all, right? Y'all really can't speak about certain things.
That's how I left one of my jobs before, is because they didn't allow me to teach the things that needed to be taught. And I was teaching a class full of Black boys and girls. And there were certain things like race that I wanted to touch on. And he didn't let me, so I left. But that's a whole nother story. But another question that I have for y'all is pertaining to relationships. Would y'all let y'all girl post a pic with her ass out on Instagram?
If that's how I met her, I don't have no issue. If that's how I met her doing it, no, I'm saying like
if she was already doing it, if you meet her and she's a model.
But these
no. I'm saying that makes it too easy. That makes it too easy. She wants to do it. What do you got to say about it?
I feel like she should have the respect for me.
Okay.
It should be in communication.
No, I feel like she should have.
It should be in communication.
For me to not do it, or at least ask me if I'm comfortable.
I'm not gonna stop her from doing it.
She should ask. I think she should ask me if I'm comfortable.
But she wears a bikini.
I'm not gonna stop her
right
from doing
on regular picture. Like if you go on vacation and she has a bikini picture.
Right, but just like when you go to the pool or the beach, as a man, you have your shirt off or whatever, but your girl doesn't want you just posting on Instagram pictures with your shirt off and shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right, so it's a communication and it's respect. You have respect enough for your female, for your girl to not just post shirtless pictures.
Any new habit should be in communication.
It's not a habit, but if she just wants to do one picture.
Nigga, if she was dressing like a nun, all of a sudden she got a bikini on and I get a picture. Like, I'm saying, why she's
on vacation.
She went on vacation.
Nah, but what if she just went down to the sprinklers?
Right, so she's posting in the water, but still, I think it's
not vacation. She's going to the dolphin in the hood.
Or like, let's just say it's not even a bikini. Let's just say she's laying in bed, clothes is basically off. She's not showing like her breasts, but she got the covers down, and you see
like a sexy pic.
Yeah, like a sexy pic.
I think it's about respect. She's just, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad if I just saw it, but I think she should talk to her person first, see if he's comfortable. I'm good.
I don't know. Again, back in the day, I probably wouldn't give a damn. Right? I'm like, yo, that's my shorty. I'm secure. But
before you started eating plants.
But you saying the plants changed, yo. But I don't know. It's what type of walk of life are you from? Like, so Jamaican culture, right? You have what do you call it? You have
soca parties,
the soca, the fetes, the carnivals, the stuff like that. You see that going around. If you big into carnival and you big into that, they wearing those costumes and they look good. You know what I mean? You see Rihanna, and they got that joints is all out and stuff like that. So when it's a that's why I said joints. So when you see stuff like that, you don't think nothing of it. But when you see somebody just have a selfie and like lingerie, it feel. So now if I'm in, now is she doing it while we're in a relationship? I don't know. I might feel some type of way because the only thing that you got to define social media. Social media is to be social, right? So you out here mediatizing what you got going on socially, whatever that case may be, what you have. So you point it out there for people to like.
Comment, and that's
so that's I don't even think I post like that anymore when I'm showing my chesticles and stuff like that. I don't think I'm doing crazy.
Chesticles? Chesticles. That might be the name of this episode.
Yeah, man. I just think it's all about the respect you have for your person. To either have the conversation first and then.
But isn't it crazy that social media has gotten to this point, right? Like to imagine having a conversation about this, like, hey, Grady, you can't go out to the church wearing this.
Yeah, you can't wear a tank top to the church. But that's how it really is nowadays.
Yeah, man. So you got to try to. I think we just try to make that correlation, right? Like, social media is. I think it's a great tool, but I think it just magnifies whatever you like the infinity stuff.
Like I met somebody and she was with somebody, and she was like, "Yo, it's not on." I told my man, he said I'm okay with it. I was like, "Where?"
You got porn stars that are married.
Yeah, exactly. But then my other thing is, if I met you and you're already doing that, I can't say anything after. I'm just saying, if I met you,
when somebody asks you a question, you gotta go off the question.
Going off the question.
Rather than you're saying
I am,
if
but
I did this, if I did that. That's not the question. The question was if you're sure.
I said yes already.
All right. So then stay with that. There's no
yes both ways.
There's no further argument.
Oh, I heard him, man.
It might be mad loud.
Yeah, no, it is. But I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said,
you wouldn't care until everybody's on the DMs and she answer it.
But that's different. Like she's
but
not
that's
doing
what
that for. There's people in your girl's DM regardless. Like there's people in your girl's DM right now. Like
if she got an OnlyFans,
there's people in her DM. Like
you gotta respond to the DM.
And if you're doing it respectfully, you're taking your pictures and it's not like too bad or whatever like that, and she does whatever she got to do. Fuck it. Like what am I supposed to say?
I think everything has a plan. Like if real talk, if I'm with a shorty, right, and we say like, look, I'm gonna get this house. This is how we're gonna do it. You just doing it just because it's the next best thing, and you just want to be extracurricular. Yeah. I might have a problem with that. But if I might be the one taking the picture. She got pretty toes.
I know people like that though. I really know people that I know people that got feet. And it's like
you can't.
A man was like, "Y'all take the feet. I'll fix it. Get the money."
I can't knock that hustle. You know why?
Yeah.
Because if you have a plan and it's something you got to execute, like you got to be willing to do what you need to do. You know, sometimes you can't.
And it's not like they're not naked. They're not doing this. What's the difference between you walking outside and at the
They look into the same fucking thing.
She wearing chocolates all the time anyway, right? At summertime.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I got the difference.
Oh, okay. What's the reason?
We got a few. The difference is at the beach or at the pool or whatever, you're enjoying the pool or the beach. Once you post it on Instagram, you're looking for attention. You're searching for something.
Well, I think he was talking about the OnlyFans.
Oh, OnlyFans is different. That's just
We just segued in.
yeah. I didn't hear that, but
Oh yeah, he
I'm
was
just saying
talking
from
about.
the beach and then Instagram. That's the difference. Is when you post something on Instagram, you're looking for attention. You're looking for likes. You're looking for something, rather than you just go to the pool.
Like if you're like a star, I
Man,
get
I
it.
get
You
it.
got to keep up appearances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if
you're a regular person,
if you Rachel.
Rachel
Nichols.
No, I mean, Rachel that been with the homies. Know what I mean? And you just, and then I decided to write Rachel, and now she got out here posting pics left and right. I could do the homies. I get it. You got the homies that you done had sex with, but now I got to do with that and your pic posting.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't do all that.
I think it's an
That's too
interesting
much.
conversation though, because it's her account, it's her phone on a bill that she's paying.
But we together.
We are, but there are some things that you her thing is her thing and his thing is his thing. And if her thing is social media and she's being respectful in the sense of she's not responding to any of the likes or the DMs or comments, and it's like, if you trust that she can control that, or if you just trust her, period, then why not?
But for like you said, if her thing is Instagram or whatever, so she's getting paid for it or something.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
She's
that's
not
just what
getting paid for it,
she
then
enjoys to do. Like, she likes to post pics.
post pics. Why you gotta post a pic with you in the bed in a sexy ass position with your ass out?
But why does she have
That
to?
means you're looking. To me,
Okay.
it feels like she's looking for something, attention or whatever. Not that she's answering the DMs, but she's looking for the DMs.
Y'all know.
I mean, the right DM come, she could be out.
Y'all know the law, the 12 laws of the universe. So you got. I'll go.
Open up our chakras or something?
I'm not yet. But so number one is law of divine oneness, and second one is law of vibration. Then you got law of correspondence, law of attraction, law of inspired action, law of perpetual transmutation of energy, law of cause and effect, law of compensation, law of relativity, law of polarity, law of perpetual motion, and law of giving and receiving. Right? Now, we're talking about like cause and effect, right? So there is always, no matter what, whether we like it or not, there's always every action is gonna get gonna have a
send me that?
reaction. Yeah, I'll
Please,
send it to
I
you.
need that.
So if you're in a, to me,
Shot o'clock.
us,
Here we go.
Get it. Damn, y'all ended that. Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
man, it's the 40th century.
I
Man.
got
It's the big boy
the
part.
K and K.
Shout out to K and K. Yeah, shit's amazing.
Ended it. That's why I had to save one for myself. I knew y'all was gonna do that. She gave me the mini one. She said,
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah, she got the with her face on it.
Hey.
Like that. Yeah, let's give it to the camera.
That's a Tabasco.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. We're gonna get the link and we're gonna put it in the Facebook.
Did she put it in?
Yeah, she put it in.
Oh, she put it in?
She put it in. Best one.
She put everything. Phone number.
She put her phone
All right,
number.
bet. Oh, so we up.
Everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Run that up. Let's show us some 40 Central love and let's try to do some business. Definitely go buy that. She delivers in all 5 boroughs and Westchester County, so she's working. Also, she delivers all around the country. So definitely do that. She can
definitely
ship it out
sent
to you.
Military base.
Wow, so she's
word?
working. This is not a
Nice.
miniature deal. This is a big deal. You can follow her at via.sha. via.sha. Hey, let's give a round of applause for entrepreneur and the hustler in the game right now. Because this punch is amazing. I love it. I will be buying. I will be buying some in the future. I'm gonna follow. Yeah, I'm gonna follow her right now. Follow you right now. I'm gonna find you on.
Follow her.
Yeah, definitely follow her on the gram and let's figure out something.
So, have you ever did a podcast before?
How did you see? That's my first one.
First one?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
It's pretty dope. I've been wanting to do it. Actually, shout out to my boy at Uncommon Bond. They got a podcast. My goal, as I think I've been blessed to come back here, is to kind of provide. We talked about this with James.
Absolutely.
Just provide that mentorship, right? And we talk about masculinity too. And I think that's the thing that we need to start talking about, because I don't think a lot of these young men are getting that, what it is to be masculine, right? Sometimes it may feel taboo to say, you know what I mean? Like, masculinity, it might be, some people might say, oh, you're toxic, this, that, at the very essence, I think is what our women want us to be. They want us to be protectors. They want us to be providers. They want us to have the emotional discipline to understand where they're coming from, right? And that all starts with the youth. It's much harder to try to train a plant to grow somewhere when it's already the size of a tree versus when it's a seed and you can kind of put some structure around it and it'll grow accordingly. So, and we have a lot of information. We don't need to look to these celebs, and all of y'all are really good men, and there's a lot of good men out there doing things. I think we need to kind of come back and really start putting our arms around our young cats. They need that. Whether they take it or not, you planted that seed. That's that thing. Like I said about my uncle, like this happened when I was 14. I'm 40 now. I still feel his presence. You know what I mean? I still understand what that like just from our interaction. So I think anytime you interact with someone, it's somewhere along the line is going to benefit. It's going to be everything we watch. That's why social media is so important. Like anything we watch, we take and we internalize it. It makes us act a certain type of way. If you see something we don't like, it edges us on. You see something you like, it makes us feel good. I see stuff like, oh man, that's a tearjerker. Like I got it. And sometimes we need to learn that we got to put it away and really be to ourselves, that quiet space. I mean, how much times are you by yourself thinking without a TV on or YouTube on, just really thinking and like, this and that, and then again, I'll continue with other things.
Round of applause for that. Were you the guy to give like the speeches before like shit like really got real? Like was that like?
Not really. I've always been the one that led by. I think if somebody would to label me as a leader, probably by example. Like I'll talk and I'll say stuff, but I've always tried to show and prove. With my peers, the ones who've been in the military long, I get on their case more so than I would get on my soldier's case that's new to the Army, because I expect more from them. So and they've been longer. So I was like, don't be yelling at the soldier if you fucked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't do that, especially if you out here, you can't keep up with the soldier, but you want to tell him what to do. I'm not saying you got to outrun a soldier at 45 and he's 18. Sometimes that's just not going to happen, right? Age happen, deployments, whatever the case may be. But you need to be able to be present, right? You can't be like, oh, nah, I'm not going to do the run with y'all. I'm going to go over here, you know what I mean? And that's the baseline of leadership. You got to be able to do something that you want somebody else to do, right?
So at this point, like, who inspires you to keep going?
Oof. Oh, man. I don't know. I think just a desire, I don't know if I have anybody that inspires me per se. I have a lot of people that I see really doing well, and it makes me feel good, and I want to reciprocate that. I want Carrie Ann, my sisters, my mom. I recently reconnected with my pop. It was one of those things like, if I want to be able to lift somebody else up, I got to make sure I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it is. It's just something about being able to come back home and do Army, but not really do Army, and really, I'm not trying to save the world or nothing like that, but I know that if I could talk to one, one, then I did something right.
So do you have to do that, or you just like choosing?
What?
That's the question. Now.
Oh no, I if it's not, minus the army stuff, no, I choose to do that.
No, I'm saying because you like you said you
Recruiter.
yeah like you're
Yeah, I'm a recruiter, so yeah, I talked to that.
Like you have to though.
Yeah, I like that's my job. You know, I could
Yeah.
call and make stuff like that. But
No, 'cause I was asking because I know like a lot of people go to the army and you say you got 6 years left.
Mhm.
Some like go and then I didn't know how like when they come back like how it really works. Like are they just done? Can they
But it just
Yeah.
so check it out. My first contract was 4 years, right? And I reenlisted. After my third year, I reenlisted. And so it was a 3-year reenlistment where the last year was like null and void, and just so I steadily just kept reenlisting, right, as I went on. And everywhere I went, you know, I got my choice of duty station. I kind of had a choice of where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So it just worked out that way. This job being a recruiter, I was selected. I didn't choose to be a recruiter. And honestly, I'll be honest too. Because I opened up a business in Louisiana, and I was gonna go like all in it, and I was like, man, I think I should get out. Right? And some say to stay in. The business I had was involving travel, and I just said, I'm gonna just stay in. Right? Got a bonus from it, which was cool. So I reenlisted, and guess what? A week later, COVID happened. Yeah, it was like so. The business that I had would have been like hurting crazy if I had invested everything I had into it, and I have a backup plan, especially with me being a father. Like I'm always gonna want to make sure I provide for my son. So now it's like that happened. I reenlisted, and they told me I was getting this job. They selected me. Like, oh, you're in? Okay. Here's this job. Big Army says we're gonna pick a couple of people, a good amount of crop of people, send them back to where they come from, and try to spread the good news about the Army. But I see it as, yeah, I'm here to do that, but the Army's gonna get their people no matter what. Yeah. Right? I don't get a bonus or anything for the people I put in. I don't get a commission or anything like that. I'm gonna get paid regardless. People are gonna join no matter what. I had somebody just call. I was at the office late. Somebody called like, "Hey, I used to do this. I want to still come in." Kind of just fell into my head. Whether he joins or not is another story. But people are gonna join. Right? I don't think I really have to go out my way to force people to get in. But now I get to talk, say, yo, you working a job? All right, you don't want to join? Fine. What's your credit score? You know what your credit score is? I don't have a credit card. I'm only 18. You're only 18. You need to get a credit card, start working on that from now. If you're working, you need to get a credit card. If you can't get a credit card, one of your mom's. If not, get a paid credit card. I tell all of them that. Get a paid credit card, put your little phone bill on there. Don't be late on your payments, because when you're 18, you don't really care about it. But when you're 24, 25, right, you want that FICO score to be popping, right? Because if you want to, I tell them, like, look at this. If you have a 739 score, credit score, you know what it is to buy a car in that scenario versus the person who has like 500. You know what I mean? They're bringing you stuff like, oh, you want to drink? You want to do this? What you got? Tests, whatever it is. They're picking you up from your house. They're doing all types of stuff to get you to get this car, versus the person that they know is going to be struggling. You know what I mean? And that's just the way the world is. So I try to drop gems like that. Focus on being self-sufficient with the mentorship. I want to get kind of teach the young dudes about survival. It's funny you was talking about this rain weather we was having, and being in the projects. There's a concept of urban survival. There's wilderness survival, there's urban survival, right? And the difference is just that where you're at versus trying to make a fire in the woods. Do you know how to survive in your building? Say the power goes out, Co-op City. The power goes out in Co-op City. It happened before. Y'all remember 2004, something like that. The power went out. You got your people that live on the 33rd floor. They can't take the elevator. Like, what is the plan, right? Do you have candles? Do you have? And to me, if you kind of understand that concept, that to be self-sufficient and to realize no one is going to save you, right? Because everybody's hurting, right? If everybody's hurting, who's going to come save you? You got to be more self-sufficient. And that is like the building block of being masculine, right? I got to protect my mom. I got to protect my girl. I got to do this. I got to do. No, it's all good. I got to do this. I got to do that to make sure I can survive in these situations. You know what I mean? So the urban survival thing is something I've been wanting to push. For sure.
No, definitely. And I think that's something that I want to work with you and definitely bring that into the school. This year was just
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, this year was insane, but
is...
this upcoming school year should be way better. It will be way better. But we gotta talk, after the pod about all that stuff and how we're gonna make that work. But everything you're saying makes sense. Like, and I think that's something that we don't even talk about.
Shout out to Lehman.
Yeah, shout out to Lehman, kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. But like survival tactics is something that we don't never talk about.
I be trying to tell them, hey, how much water you got in your house? When did the water get shut down?
Which could have happened today.
Exactly. Like,
easily could have happened today.
The water gets shut down. Do you have enough water in your house to maintain you and your family? Huh? Yeah, that's a first world problem. It's a first world problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't like water.
Yeah, that's the
issue.
Yeah. Because at any given time, and we make fun, we talk about the zombie apocalypse and all that, and getting the vaccine, and I don't want to flag out, but we always think about the immense worst case scenarios, but like a power outage is a real thing.
Regular, that could be a regular occurrence.
Yeah, that's you don't know everybody. It's getting hot, right? Everybody wasn't on the grid like they was last year. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to do everything there is to do. Do you know how to make it home? Are you okay with walking more than 2 miles to get home? You know what I mean? When emergency stuff is going off, do you know how to make contact? Do you have a backup plan that everybody meet here, right? Everybody meet at grandmama house, or everybody meet at Poppy's house. You know what I mean? Like, things that we don't think of, and it's nice that we don't have to think about them, but God forbid something happens, then you up the river.
Not for nothing. If something happens, I don't know nobody's number.
That's real though.
That's the thing.
And
gotta bring phone books back.
I knew, growing up,
yeah, I still remember mine.
It's 2021. House phones is out. I do not know.
Everybody got a house phone. They just don't use it.
No, everybody.
Yes, it does. It comes with the Optimum plan.
Yeah, but what he has it in the house.
Not everybody has
the Verizon plan too.
No,
it's cheaper with the phone. You just don't use the phone.
No, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm saying nobody uses it.
That's what he said.
you don't have the house phone, but you pay for the line.
No, not all people.
Ask your mother.
Not all people.
Ask your mother.
But
it's cheaper. They give you a deal just to get the phone, the line. You get the.
I think he's right. I think you're right. Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't. Yeah.
But that's the thing, because the house phone landline is more secure though than the cell phone, right?
Since
So
everybody has everything else, it's useless.
Like if something goes out, I know I don't know my house phone number, but I know I got a landline. Like I just plug it in and that's it.
But who you gonna call? Like that's what I'm saying.
But so even, and you make a good point. Do you just have a card on your phone? Because everybody's phone is locked. Do you just have a card that says call this person in case?
You're supposed to have that on your list though. It's supposed to be ICE.
No, I'm just saying, like, do you have it like written out?
Oh, written out.
Do you have it written out?
Like
something happens, you can't get it to your phone.
Yeah. Do you have it written out? Where?
How can somebody that doesn't know do it?
Because the first thing they're gonna do is go into their wallet and they're gonna look up
address.
They're gonna see a address, but they're not gonna see no numbers. And if they do see a number, it's probably to business. You know what I mean? But do they have something like, hey, you know, in case of emergency, call these 2 numbers? You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I still
Nobody does.
I know my
I knew my old one. I don't. But
Now I know my one now. I know my one now, and I know the one I had when I was growing up. The first one I had was 718-365. It was easy, 5554. My mother drilled that into me every day. That's it.
But once we moved from there,
It was over.
That shit might still be the.
Yo, there's a shorty I used to deal with. Her number was 325-0059.
Y'all just out here giving niggas numbers out. Yo,
Yeah, but this was 20 years ago. I just
like, yo, are you
964-2224.
That's crazy.
212-964-2224. Because back in early 90s, Bronx was 212.
Nah, it was 718.
Early 90s was 212.
I remember when they started that whole like zip area code thing. I was mad. I was like, why I gotta push the button? Man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I don't know.
the new ones.
I even got a sensor. Even for the sensor. Hold on. Even for the Bronx Next sensor. I had the Bart Simpson shit and it had a 212 number on it.
Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
And
The Bart Simpson on the backpack, nigga. On the summer camp, nigga. No, nigga.
I had one of those. I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
Yeah, my grandma.
I remember that. My grandma's house, we used to have that shit.
the rotary. It's called the rotary phone.
No, that whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, it's right. The one. The two.
What?
I said, did he have a beeper?
I had a beeper too.
How you wasn't alive?
It wasn't allowed.
I was too live for this shit. I was too live for this
Oh,
shit.
they said.
All right.
How you wasn't alive?
Nah, I definitely had a
I was too live.
kid.
You send the 4, the 3, the 7 and a 0. Like hello, like.
Text was crazy.
You gotta look at it
You
upside
gotta do it
down.
upside down. Yeah.
That's why you had to. That's why you had to.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
people, nigga.
That's why you had to know
No.
your house number.
Yep.
You get that. The digits.
I definitely had a beeper.
I don't know. We had a cell phone.
And then the beepers just started getting bigger and bigger. People would have beepers and it wasn't even hooked up.
Going for the one way to the 2-way.
Oh
I
man,
had a three-way. I had a phone.
it was crazy, man. If you had a phone in high school, you was the shit. When I was in high school,
Yeah.
my son has a
Like,
phone.
too.
That's crazy.
My son has a phone. My son had a phone at the age of like 9.
Yeah, my daughters have phones.
That's how it is.
Crazy.
Because I need to make sure I know what she's at and what
Exactly.
she's doing and all that stuff. But besides that, like, for her to just contact her family, that's it.
Yeah. It's times are changing.
How old is your oldest?
13.
Oh,
I remember one time my son was so bougie at 2. My son is so bougie. I remember I had the Google One phone G1, right? So you could slide through, like that's when like pictures and going in it and stuff like that. He went to somebody else's phone and was trying to like slide, and it wouldn't slide because it was still fairly new, and their phone just wouldn't slide through the phone, and it was like he looked at it, was like,
what is this shit?
Yo, he was 3. I couldn't believe I was cracking up, man. He was like,
My son knows how to work the iPad and my phone better than I do. And he's 2.
wow.
Yeah.
Different. It's
Yeah,
scary.
First of all, I got a genius in my hand. He's 2 and he wrote his name out yesterday. He's crazy.
Proud dad moments.
I was like, whoa.
Gotta write that down. Those are milestones. We gotta celebrate
got the
down.
picture.
Yo, I still got the video of my son tying his shoelaces on his own after I taught him. I still got that.
That's another thing that scares me. I feel like the era before us had physical copies of everything we did. Like a lot of the things that like our kids now, for our kids coming up, are on our phone.
Yeah.
So now if I lose this, that's what I'm saying. So now if this ever gets lost, that's your family
back it up.
history. Most people not. That's
it should back up on his own.
even if it does though. But just the mere fact that it's now in the cloud, like you got to show your family history to your grandkids on a phone. It was you got the
Yeah.
photo book,
Yeah.
like the family photo book, and then you added pictures as people got older. Now it's like everybody has their own photo book on their phone, and it's just not the same. I don't like that.
No, I still
think we need the photo album
I still
back.
look at my old photo album.
I think we need to bring back the physical photo.
We trying to do that with girls now. Doing like scrapbook.
They need that
Because it's
They
like,
need
yo, take pictures. And Sophia was like, what am I doing with this? And she was like, yo,
They
we're
don't
gonna
even
take pictures, and if we go somewhere,
You got-
they don't even
make it.
understand
You got it. That's what
Yeah, that's what we gotta tell them now.
a
Like,
physical picture. Why would like a kid won't even comprehend them? Like, why is that even necessary?
That's why it's incumbent to maintain that lineage.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, they need
the
that.
Polaroid.
Kids
need
They
that.
got the Polaroids are still popping. Like they call it some other name too. That's what's up.
You need that. I think that's necessary. But I just feel like now the way this shit is not good for the kids. And I want to actually see how it is going to be for like their grandkids.
It's gonna be fucking holograms.
Holograms.
Yeah.
Not worse, but it's easier.
I think everything, and I remember they had this concept called the digital divide, like because they thought when the internet was coming out, it wasn't gonna if you were in like a low income area, like you weren't gonna be as advanced as people who had access to the internet. And somehow it still worked out. You know, everybody in the everybody got internet now and stuff like that.
We got scammers that be scamming Wall Street too.
Yeah, man. So, but that's the thing, yo. Read some resourceful people. All you need is a little bit of pressure to make some diamonds out this piece.
Let's see if I got see what else I got here. Got a bunch of stuff here. Well, do you got anything before you bounce? Joe Exotic. You know who Joe Exotic is? The Tiger Hunter.
Dude. Man, I ain't watched that.
Tiger King.
The Tiger King. Yeah.
His husband moved on. Good move or bad move?
Good move, I guess. He's happy.
But shouldn't you stick with your person, ride or die? Like you married, right? Like, thick and thin.
He's in jail for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's locked up right now,
Yeah.
and his husband left him.
The whole story is crazy. Yo.
It is. It's a wild.
I feel like I watched it and I haven't because everybody.
Everybody,
you gotta watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole season in 60 seconds. Like it's crazy.
So you think it's good that his husband moved on or not?
I think in any case, in any relationship, if I get locked up, right, I got to bring it there. If I get locked up, I'm with someone. Depending on the time, is variable, and there's a dynamic to that too. Because if we have kids and stuff, you know, I might not want you to move on and bring another man. Especially if it's only like 5 or 10, 20 years. It might be selfish on me. I might not.
I'm about to say that's mad selfish.
It might be selfish.
Yeah.
If you're married and you got kids,
10 years? I'm not young. 10
Nah,
years,
you
that's
go
a long
ahead. Go
time.
do what you got.
I'm not saying that you can't go bust cake.
Yeah,
I'm just
not
Oh,
But-
you saying having fun until I get home?
yeah, like I don't
Oh, okay. I like that.
like yeah, I'm,
Don't be a hoe.
don't Rachel.
Don't be a Rachel.
But what if she
You gonna
goes out
piss
right
off
and she
all the
finds
Rachel.
like somebody she really loves?
Don't be rich.
What do you do in that
Also,
case?
don't be Michelle.
I mean, there's at the
Michelle
at
Obama. Don't be Michelle Obama. You don't be Rachel. Find her in between.
Damn that bitch Rachel.
What you said? What did you say? Oh.
oh my god.
Find her in between. I feel 5. Enjoy life. Don't enjoy life.
5 years is
You
a
can't-
long
you-
time, though.
It is. I'm coming back. 5 years is enough. You know that I'm coming back. I'm doing 10 to whatever. Alright, like, whatever happens.
I'm doing life. You can leave.
Yeah, like, if I'm
That's
just
what I'm doing.
Just come right to me and come see me.
No, for
I mean, they have conjugal visits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's some places. You got to be married.
Yeah, that's not
That's
your
what I'm
life
talking
forever.
about.
Like you only could come get some of
That's,
this.
that's not all facilities.
True.
I'm doing life.
What? You not putting that on?
I'm doing life. If I'm doing life,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
stay married to me, so I can get some cheeks. But do whatever you want on the streets. Do whatever you want. You love.
I love it. Yeah, you gonna get prison. I like you, and I want you.
Yeah, you better make yourself.
Remember that song, The Handmaid Susie? Handmaid Susie, you held me down.
Nah, that sounds like some Dave Chappelle shit.
Talking about
Yeah, niggas was
Bologna.
into the freestyle DVD.
bologna sandwich.
Yeah, making making a little pocket so you could get
Handmaid
get your shit
Susie,
in.
nigga.
How y'all feel about D Wade's son? I mean, I'm sorry, not D Wade's son, but D Wade saying that he used to wear dresses, his sister's dresses when he was a kid, and him using that as well. Not, I don't know if he used it as justification, but I'm assuming they were.
Come for his son. Yeah. So it is.
Yo, that's he's a father. Like fatherhood is dynamic, right? You don't know what causes up. Baseline support your child, right? However you feel about how he's doing it, whatever the case may be, you can't knock the fact that he's being present. You know what I mean? So that's whatever.
I mean, I think that but it's still a touchy situation for like in 2021. I think because of what happened with I think the youngest one, with the sex change and everything like that, and now him saying that, oh, like I used to wear dresses as a kid. It's like I don't think so. Don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to. Next transition.
Matter of fact, transition.
Yeah, transition.
Let's get one more in there.
All right, one more. Let's see. We got.
Anything you want to talk about?
Sports, relationships, love.
Yeah, let's give you the floor.
Man, oh no, that's man. I don't know, y'all put me on the spot. I don't know.
And you got to rap.
Rap. What is this? Hot 97? No.
Better than them.
All right. So let me talk about health. Health. Okay. All right. So because we touched on the plant-based stuff. Yeah. You tell me. So how do y'all have y'all been living a healthy lifestyle? Y'all feel like y'all been AD? Everything.
I try not to indulge in too much bad things. Like, I don't eat as much as I used to. So like I cut down on my intake. I have to start going back to the gym. I want to start going back to the gym. I gotta.
Are y'all going to the doctors regularly?
Nah.
That's a big thing, men's health. We need to start doing that, right? And call it a Dr. Dre. The DRE. Not knocking the world-renowned hip-hop producer, Dr. Dre. It's called a digital rectal exam. DRE.
Yeah. Dr. Dre.
Yo. Start checking your shit.
Yeah, you got it. Digital rectal exam. That means that your finger. Huh?
You liked it? Oh, I thought you said when I did. Huh?
I'll slap him.
No, you're not.
You don't.
When he tells you to bend over that table, you already know it's coming.
We gotta do these. A lot of cats feel that way. That's why they're not getting checked. And next thing you know, they wake up with prostate cancer. Yeah, man. That's a big.
I'm gonna tell him before. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna slap you at some point.
Every time he does it.
You're not gonna slap him because you're not gonna slap him because you can't look him in the eye after he's done that.
Are you only gonna slap him the first time he puts his finger in your butt, or every time?
The first time for sure.
After that, y'all cool.
Yo, you got to start talking about health, even if that's prostate yet. But even before we even get there, make sure we do our STD checks. Make sure that we're checking our vitals. Make sure, because we don't know. It used to be, I think they used to just be like, well, this family member got this, so make sure you got to watch out for that. You don't even think about that stuff anymore because, just how everything is happening. But I think health is a big thing with us, especially in our community. We need to focus on that and educate ourselves because they're out here attacking our children with all types of stuff. Pepsi back in the day used to be like an event. Now it's something that people drink every day. That's not.
Mac and cheeses, Doritos. Yo, kids' breakfast is insane. Like they'll come to school with a bacon, egg, and cheese, an Arizona, a bag of chips, and some Skittles. That's their breakfast.
I used to have peanut butter jelly sandwiches and a nutriment.
Wow.
That's an old school. That is an old school. Oh yeah, you fit for real.
He only likes meat.
I feel like I'm in good shape.
Meat.
You don't have the button. You don't have a no pause. You don't have a pause button.
What's your favorite meat?
Yeah.
The people want to know. Pasta's not meat. Pasta with what meat?
What do you want him to say?
I want to know what's his favorite meat.
What about like shrimp, chicken?
You don't eat that.
You don't. So chicken, like is your go-to chicken?
Chicken fingers.
You one of those?
I eat chicken.
You one of those? They made memes about people like you. Like you, like take it to a expensive restaurant. Let me get the chicken fingers.
They get some burger and city. All
right, do you get your steak well done though?
You're not supposed to do that.
No. Even when I was eating steak.
Yeah, you need a little bit of blood in that.
I should need a pulse.
Nah, you don't eat your shit. You don't eat your shit blue.
Hey, blue rare. What you talking about?
Get the
What?
fuck out
Blue
of here.
rare? That's an option?
No, you don't.
I've never heard of that.
This is what they do. They take the steak. They go.
Nah, they go. They do.
That's it. I have never seen
You never see me eat a steak, nigga.
Nah, all right. You don't eat it like that.
Blue rare.
Blue.
That's
It's called
insane.
blue.
It's called blue rare. It's called blue rare.
I think Korea is one of the places. Korea and Italy. Of course, there's some places in New York, of course, but like Korea, they have a place like it's just a steak place, and they'll like flambe it for you and do all types of stuff.
Hey, you heard the word he said, right?
Flambe. Flambe, I didn't catch it.
They light it on. Korea, if y'all ever get a chance to go visit Korea, their food is off the chain.
Let's go.
South Korea, North Korea.
I don't know if they. No, I should say that. You're gonna get me in trouble. Definitely South Korea. My commander was like, "I seen you on the podcast last night."
What's the I think you said
Yeah.
Yo, Germany is the. I say Germany is the best place, but it's not so much as the best place. It was my duty station, but I had access to all of Europe being in Germany. So you got Italy, France, England,
That's why it was the best place, right?
Yeah, because you have so many, and then the people too. The people too made it dope. Met a lot of shout out to all my military people that was out there. Some of them are still in, some of them are out, but they, oh my god, we had some good time.
Yeah, we went to Germany for like 2 hours.
Oh, on your way to what, Dubai or something?
No,
Rome? Yeah, it was a good time. It was lit. 14? You gotta go.
I had a good time. I was already drinking.
That's what's up. You gotta go back.
Bro, the minute we got there, we packed our bags. I went to the bar.
That's dope. Y'all gotta go back though.
Yeah.
Italy. You like, you eat sushi? I know you don't eat sushi.
I eat everything.
You eat sushi? Some of the best sushi I had was in Italy.
Word?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I just don't like when I remember when we went to Italy, the courses were so amazing the way that they did, but I just don't like when they make their pasta al dente. That's it. I just don't like the hard pasta.
Yeah, I mean, but they grew up with that joint.
I know.
You know what I mean?
So I just mean,
yeah,
like, when I go,
we're spoiled because we've been
let that shit soak a
brainwashed.
little bit more.
Yeah, like like
But
it's
that's
lo
just the
mein or
only
something.
thing I hate about when I just don't like it that hard.
Hey, yo.
You got me. You got me. So I don't like my pasta.
What do they think of Americans over there?
Man, it just they usually love, for the most part, they usually love Americans for the most part. But and the army try to, and all the branches. So we have this thing called it's like our military television, right? Right. Like so they have commercials not from like here. For the longest time, I didn't see an American commercial. We make our own commercials, and they were like, "Yo, don't be that guy that only talks about America and only does this, doesn't leave the base, and hates on the country because you're not comfortable being from there." They encourage you to kind of go out, experience the culture and stuff like that. So, for the most part, everybody has been receptive towards me and stuff like that. All over the place. Some of these bases have been there for the longest, since before the Cold War stuff. So they used to. There's some places that are like almost American. Like when you try to speak German, they'll start speaking in English.
That's crazy.
You know how to speak all that shit?
I only know a little bit of German, like sprechen Sie Deutsch. That's like they speak German and stuff like that. Not like order a beer and stuff like that. French has been more I'm more based on French. Trying to pick up Spanish, but I'm inconsistent. You know what's crazy? Over there is normal. I was telling this to my brother the other day. Knowing more than 2-3 languages is normal all over the world except for the United States.
That's crazy.
You don't.
It was like cute. Yeah. Everybody we met was speaking English. You remember that girl?
Yeah, I met this shorty. She's Mongolian in Germany, right? And we would hang out, but like it was so crazy. This is so funny to me. Oh, my fault. It's so funny to me because usually when there's people from the military from all over, right? Her first boyfriend that spoke English was like from like Alabama or something. So shorty spoke English, but she talked like she was from the South. So you seen Hustle and Flow? Yo, that's how she was talking. It used to blow my mind because she would speak some straight German joint, and they just she knew a little bit of Russian and that Mongolian stuff. And then it sounds like how you think it's supposed to sound. And when she starts speaking English, she's like, "Hey, man, I'm just out here." I'm like, what is going on?
Mongolians got the big bodies.
Nah, I think that's more maybe Samoan.
Samoan.
Yeah, but I've seen all types of shapes of Samoan. But nah, Mongolian. She was tall, but she was slender. But yeah, it's like the language thing is a big, like, I don't know. I wish we had more. My son, and one of the things that made it a good time was like me and my son spent, like I was taking care of my son for that majority of that time. It was just me and him, even though me and my son's mother were separated. It was me and him, so I was actually raising my son, and we're going to like Euro Disney and doing all these things together. And so he was actually picking up some German. Like it was so funny. Like if you be messing with him, he'd be like, no. Keep messing like no, and then he'd be like nine, like no. Nah, like yo, but that's no. That's how you say no in German. So it's like
I hate that they put mayonnaise.
yo, it's good. I don't really lie.
I hate that.
Yeah, you need a segment.
What does he like?
I don't like that.
Nah, you know what I don't like though? That everywhere you go, you put mustard on
The burger.
burgers. Like
They don't do
everywhere
that.
outside of New York, like they put mustard on fucking burgers. I'm so mad. 'Cause I didn't know what
Louisiana don't really do that.
What?
Yeah, I never.
Everywhere. Connecticut does it. It's right there.
Oh,
Right
see
there.
that
It's
day. I'm
literally
telling you, if you go
right
down
there.
south, nah, they ain't doing it.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
We went
I think
to
that shit-
McDonald's and
Crystals.
Crystals.
We went to
Nah, but
McDonald's.
that's like the version White Castle version of
Yeah,
yeah.
crystals. Put mustard on it.
I'm
You gotta
down.
ask for no mustard to get White Castle.
Nah.
It's disgusting.
Nah.
We was in
I'm talking
Greece.
about like the not the fast food joints, but like legit like restaurants that
Nah, I don't want no mustard. And then I'm mad because I don't know that you put mustard in it. I gotta eat this shit with mustard. I hate that shit.
Nah,
Nah,
I don't know. I think
for it.
McDonald's started that joint. Maybe
I don't know. But when we was in Greece and we didn't know because everything was in fucking another language. I'm like, that came with mustard.
It came with mustard.
Mustard.
Yo, in Germany, the McDonald's, I ain't gonna lie. Like, they do it big. That the Fanta tastes different in Germany. The burgers taste different in Germany. Like, it just seems ironically healthier. And then, there's
It's less preservatives. That's why.
probably so the way they just make their stuff. But like, they would have like chefs, like actual chefs, sponsor their burgers in McDonald's.
Oh,
We should try.
I need to get out the Bronx.
What year you went to Greece?
Reach 14. So.
Oh, man, I gotta go back as a dope.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I really
I remember we snuck out. We had because we wanted to go to the bar.
Yeah.
We met some girls. And like, yeah. So we was like, okay, let's go. We snuck out, and then we had to take a shot to get in the bar. These niggas, like, no, I don't want to do it. I said, yo, give me that. Let's go. I said, I'll take all these shots.
Your sound effects is great.
He was just trying to get the get
I
back.
was like, yo, let's go. We went in that shit. They were playing mad American music.
Yeah, like it
It
felt
was
like
felt like a
I mean, that was
club.
my first club, but it felt like regular. Like you would think you go to certain places and then it would be like more like their culture or
our culture,
their music and shit. But everywhere we went, we spoke English.
Yeah.
She was regular, like it felt like you was
Influenced the
just
world.
Imagine
outside
It's
of
a
New
whole
York. It felt like
vibe.
you was outside of New York.
So you jump. It's a whole vibe. You can jump on the ice. What they call it, the ice train, right? You just go from like Germany to France.
Oh, now we took a boat from. No, we flew from Germany to Rome,
Okay.
and then we was in Rome for a couple of days, and then we
Some
took a
place,
boat
yes.
to Greece.
Yeah, some places you
No,
have
we
to
went
fly.
somewhere else.
And then I think we went to Capri. I think that's in Greece. Though.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But we like that was basically all the trip.
You gotta go back.
Yeah, well,
I gotta go. I know. I want
I want
to
to go to Santorini,
Ooh, I definitely want to do that. Santorini,
and I want to do
Greece?
the Maldives.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
definitely
The
wanna go to
Canary
Santorini.
Islands is dope.
I want to do that shit. All that them little houses on the fucking water and shit. I wanna do
I
that
just
shit.
need to go to Brazil.
And I want to go to Brazil.
I'd love to go to Brazil. That's probably. I've been the furthest south I've been in was Nicaragua, but I want to go Ecuador. I want to go out there. Go out there. You out there? You out there, Kevin? Need another shot? Do it. Do it. Do it.
12:45. All right. Well, let's start wrapping up.
So
Kev, you got me to eat a ball? All right. No.
Yeah. So let's end it up. Anything that you got for us, like you think that we could work on?
Man. Nah.
Nah.
I have to watch it for myself. Last time I watched it, I had a good time. The most full episode I was able to watch is when you had, I think when you first put me on, is Shorty. She was a singer. I can't remember her name.
Eva or Gia? Nah, Gia.
And I've seen like little clips and stuff like so.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably have to watch them and see. But I had a great time. This has been a blessing, man. I'll come back in a heartbeat.
Of course, you're always invited. Well, let's give him a minute. Got the camera right there. If you could speak to the world, what would you want to say? Camera right there.
Oh man, I would, wow. Don't put me on the spot. I should have. Ah man,
whatever you want to say to the world.
Yo, everybody that I've come across, I thank you for all your support. All the ones who.
There you go.
All the ones who pushed me and helped me along the way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And whoever needs help and you really want to be about something and you want to really work on yourself, don't give up on yourself. Ask questions. Reach out to people. Don't be ashamed to ask for help.
Straight from the man.
Kev, last words, Kev?
Appreciate your service. That's it.
Thanks, yo.
Appreciate your service.
See?
Had a great pod.
He did.
Yeah, he usually leaves at 12.
But I enjoyed it a lot. Not to say learned, but understood a lot more than what I did before. So I really
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Same thing. Like, appreciate you pulling up and making it definitely worth the while. And everything that you're doing for the school, for your recruiting center, everything that you're doing for the kids, everything that you will be doing in the future that you want to do.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
about
man,
to kill it.
I can't wait to collaborate with you and definitely help with these kids. Like we do a lot in the community already, like just in this area alone. So definitely.
I meant to hit you up about the PAL. Like y'all work with PAL or the Boys Club? Not the Boys Club.
We work with the
YMCA.
No, we work with Kibbs Bay.
With Kibbs Bay.
Kibbs Bay. We work with Kibbs Bay.
But not about the YMCA in Throsneck.
Nah,
we don't have one.
Or is it the Boys Club?
Boys Club. Boys and girls.
Throsneck.
Yeah. The closest one, Castle Hill.
Castle Hill,
has
yeah.
an YMCA.
Yeah, that's the one to go to. Yeah, Throsneck Boys and Girls Club. I just met one of the directors from there.
Yeah, so then it's simple as that. Yeah. So like now you got a connection with us, and we could definitely help you get in there and do some things for the kids. And again, like thank you, thank you for your service, thank you for your willingness to be a pillar in the community. Thank you for coming back home to do the work, because that's major for people to see somebody who's from the Bronx to come back to the Bronx and do this type of work. Like that's major. And however we can help you, you got my number, so you can always just
make
shoot
it
a text
happen.
and we could definitely make something happen.
We do it with some more K and K's.
Yeah. Definitely got to do something with that for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna definitely have a good time. I look forward to it.
Yeah, we can definitely do that whenever y'all want. This K and K shit. All right.
That's my shit.
Yeah. All right.
You feel good?
I feel good. I'm not. I could do a whole nother bottle, maybe two.
By yourself?
By myself. A little less ginger, and
you can put it in your special request. Just put in your special request. Hey, Carrie, just make sure there's not too much ginger in there. Is it? All right.
That works. That works. But like I'm gonna say I'm piggyback from what everyone. Thank you for your service, man. Like, still thank you for whatever you do in the future, because we don't know what comes up.
It's gonna be here. We're gonna be making it happen.
Exactly.
Help these youth. Take care of these cats out here.
And anybody want to know about the Army, want to know some enrollment or just any information, please go to the spot. Where's the address?
What's this?
Well, 120, right next to White Castle, 120A, Westchester Square, right. Look us up, right next to White Castle in the Bronx. My phone number is 646-702-7488. My Instagram is Real Recruiter Burke. I'll probably put it in the chat. See what's up.
We'll definitely put it up. So if
It's
anybody
on the
wants-
40 Central Instagram page. So
Yes.
all you gotta do is go there, look at the flyer, tag them. I mean, you'll see the tag right there on the Instagram. Go follow them. Go follow.
Yes.
And just get good information. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're not trying to ship you off and stuff like that. We just here to provide information, And I tell all the kids, like all the young adults, just take a test, see where you land. Just because you take the test doesn't mean that you're gonna be in.
Yeah.
Not just the Army, NYPD, FDNY, all those local, state. Take those tests because you don't know where you're gonna be in the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get that call, it may be something you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. No, well, I'm gonna continue.
And that's how we build our communities too, and not complain why we have people from somewhere else come to our
Yo. Okay, so thank you for giving us so much knowledge. Like there's a lot that I learned today. I think there's a lot that we all learned today.
Appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you. Like
Thank
so we about to get out of here, get a song ready. But your 9 to 5 pays your bills, your 6 to 12 builds your empire, man. And we building this shit.
Sir.
This is all we doing. We gonna be here. We here every
Sir.
Monday, we here every Tuesday, we here every Thursday. Supposed to be on Fridays, but I don't know what's going on with that.
You throwing shots at Ginger?
Fuck Ginger.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
You said it.
Yeah, you heard me. He down
Damn.
here too. I don't give a fuck.
They got beef. That's that Spanish on Spanish beef I always talk about.
But we about to get out of here. We're gonna play this song. And we out. We love y'all.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye.
I'ma ride for my squad off the rip. Yeah. Let a nigga front, I'ma pull it off the hip. Right. Call my young boys, cause they really with the shits. Do we at 40 block, nigga, that's a strip. Young fly nigga, my closet feel like an
Ain't where we wanna be, but thank God we ain't where we used to be. I see you,
I
man.
remember
There we
Nautica
go.
sweats with the jean sports. Nowadays, niggas rock Gucci to get it transferred. I had the tourists on me, notice ain't the month name. Medusa had on me, but I never played with snakes. Niggas fronted in the lobby, so I chose to wait. I'm on the side of this building, letting fire escape. She know I'm hot, she need the wood like a fire in place. I call Bezel for the drill, he won't snitch on the kid. Hold me, oh my, fly hazel wide nigga in the ride tonight. I had 2 on me, plus I'm ballin' like Kyrie. I make you spin and drop, and that's just for 5 G's. We pay the pool, sipping champagne, eating the Chinese. My man used to walk with 3 guns like he Siamese. Balenciaga stepping when I'm up in La Marina. Ice skating, drop the Molly in the Aquafina. Bad Spanish bitch, nigga, tell me you have you seen her. She only drive foreigns, we ain't talking about no Beamers. I'm flexing on them, Hulk Hogan with the shirt dripping. On 801 with the drum, BB water whipping. They take your shots, Lewinsky, cause I'm on the top. Rest in peace, my nigga Mel, this the 40 block.
Slide with my slime off the rip. Muzzle on the 5th, sound like it got a list. Shaving up the margin, about to get the strip lit. On the stove, James Harden, look at the flick of the wrist. Y'all niggas can keep the summer, I'm waiting for hoodie season. Smoke a sour, doing 90, flying down the Deacons. Take your top off, exposures and decent shooters is beastin'. Often you be in the priest and sing like the weekend. He said he got 10, but my lowest bag is a 20. You get what you pay for, my nigga, I need the money. I ran out of baggies I used for you. Left and came back, but the fiends still loyal. It's love when you gone for years and they still call you. Tryna cop a panorama blue like the Royals. In Vapor Lounge, hookah lit. Niggas about to bottle pop, model pop, get some head, call it thinking out the box. Find me in the Ritz on the mezzanine. Hoop ride dirty like it's homeless, but my record clean. I ain't really got a problem with adding a felony. 40 pop, watching your body drop to the melody. Just let it be. Real rap, nigga, touch money. Dirty cash, live niggas who smoke weed, nigga, I'm in my bag.
I know you heard of us. Do we? Yeah, we certified. We be serving pies. This is fish that don't fuck with lies. I'm a double up.